What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along to That's Football. My name's Craig and I'm going to be taking you guys through Barcelona, Bayern Munich and Chelsea, Zenit St. Petersburg today. Obviously, as we stand, Goldbridge is over on the United stand right now, looking at Manchester United currently drawing 1-1 with Young Boys with a red card for United as well. But I hope as the chat builds up here, we'll have a little bit of fun tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be keeping an eye on two games. As I said, Barca, Bayern and Chelsea, Zenit. So let me know your thoughts. And thank you for being with me, by the way. I hope you're all well. What's up, Riley? Nice to see you in the chat, dude. I've got a completely new setup here actually at my gaff, so I'm playing around with a few different things. Be able to have the two games sorted at once. Come on, Benfica, said Ethan. How are you, Ethan? Nice to see you in the chat, my man. United, terrible, said Mason. I haven't really been watching it, dude, I'll be honest with you. I just switched the score on there the last few minutes. I had it in the background when I was getting set up here. Hi, Voldemort. Yeah, you're not going to last too long, mate, before I boot you out of the chat. But hello anyway, nice to see you. Oliver, how are we? Nikhil, everybody else that's coming in, lovely to see you. No, Goldbridge isn't joining later. God almighty. Know how to make a guy feel welcome, dude. No, it's just me, the better version. Just me here for this one, dude. Don't worry, you'll be forgetting about Goldbridge, as always, by the end of the stream. You'll be wanting more Ballbridge. How are we, ladies and gentlemen? Lovely to see you all in. Rachel, Cameron, Stephen, Ronan, nice to see you all popping into the chat. Mr. Werner's in. How long till kick off? Loads of time, mate. 28 minutes. We're still carrying. I'll keep you guys up to date with what's going on here in the United game as well. Currently into the 90th minute. It's Young Boys 1 and Manchester United 1 with a red card for United. So I'll keep you guys up to date with that one as well. Zlatan will not be playing against Liverpool, said Maximilian. Yes, apparently he's out with an injury, mate. I made my preview video on Anfield Agenda beforehand, and of course, knowing my luck, as soon as I put it out there, then the news breaks that he's not going to be playing. Hi Baldy, said the Challenge League. I mean, brilliant, mate, well played. No Messi tonight, though. Well, you know, he doesn't play for Barca anymore, so that really shouldn't come as a surprise. I will go through the both teams starting 11, and then I'll go through the Chelsea Zenit starting 11s as well. Try an English accent. No, mate, I've got a beautiful Irish accent that is much better than any of your English accents, so I'll stick to my Irish accent if that's alright. I'm good, Riley, man. I hope you are as well. Skido's in as well, so come on the Blues. Yeah, it's weird. It's going to be weird watching a Champions League game, isn't it, with Barcelona without any Lionel Messi in the team. It's going to be very strange. It's very odd for me as well here because I've changed my setup a little bit. You probably notice a different camera angle, which means you see more of my torso in the shot, but I'm having to keep my eye line a little bit higher now than beforehand, and it feels very surreal. It doesn't feel like I'm really talking to people anymore. Where is Mark, for fuck's sake? Is a new server in? How about do one? Where's Mark? You can go lick Mark's arse over in the United stand, mate. But I'm here. Ballbridge is in the house. Craig is here. And if you don't like it, mate, you can feel free to do one. It's as simple as that. I ain't second best to nobody. You'll love me by the end of this stream. I promise you that one. And you'll be going, Goldbridge? Who's Goldbridge? We want Ballbridge. So if you don't want to be here, mate, as I said, the door's there. Head over. He's on the United stand. Watch to your heart's content. Even Goldbridge, as good as he is, can't be in two places at once, my man. God almighty. You think Mark can what? You know, morph himself onto here as well? We'll do a hologram. I am Goldbridge. I am bloody Burnley. Bloody Burnley. No, mate, it's just me. But you love me. We're all good. We'll be vibing. We'll be having a bit of fun. Don't you worry about that, my man. What are your predictions? I don't know. Do you know what? Obviously, I think Chelsea will do one. They'll absolutely destroy Zenit, I think. I think they'll probably win that 2 or 3-0. Barcelona, Bayern. I can see Bayern beating them if I'm being honest with you. Are you from Northern Ireland or Southern Ireland? Southern Ireland, Lil. Right down in the southeast of Southern Ireland. More like Beastbridge. I'll take it. I'll take it, my man. Spooked. I'll take Beastbridge. That works for me as well. Look, I'll go to the starting 11s. We'll start with the Barcelona-Bayern Munich game. Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal, obviously, for Barcelona. There it's Araujo, Piqué and Garcia that make up the back three. Then Sergio Roberto, De Jong, Busquets, Pedri and Jordi Alba making up that midfield five. And then it's Luke De Jong and Memphis Depay. Now look, you know, this is Champions League and we're talking about Barcelona. And I'm here reading out a forward line of Luke De Jong and Memphis Depay. Now look, Memphis Depay has had a great start to his Barcelona career. I'm not meaning to underplay Memphis Depay's calibre, what he may bring to Barcelona, but that doesn't jump off the team sheet, like, you know what I mean? You think of Barcelona in years gone past, Xavi, Messi, Iniesta. It's just meh. Might be just me, but it feels rather meh. Then we look at Bayern Munich's team, and it's starting to look a little bit more strong. Obviously, Manuel Neuer in goal, then Pavard, Upamecano, Sula, and Alphonso Davies make up the back four. Goretzka and Kimmich in the holding midfield roles, then Musiala, Muller, Leroy Sané, and Robert, I'm too cool for school, best striker in the world, Lewandowski up top. And he is the best striker in the world, let's be fair about it. I mean, he was robbed of a Ballon d'Or last year when they didn't have one. So Robert Lewandowski up top. De Jong ain't it, chief. Exactly. He's just not, is he? Like, let's be fair. We're thinking Barcelona here. A club that have, had Luis Suarez. A club that have had Lionel Messi. A club that have had, the best of players. David Villa over the years. Some really great forwards, and we're going De Jong. It just isn't it, man, is it? How many goals are Bayern going to score today? I don't know, but I don't usually back away teams in Champions League games, but if I was, and I'm not having a punt on the game, but if I was, I probably would be backing Bayern to go to the new camp and pick up 3 points. What team do I support? Best team in the world, mate. Liverpool. So what I mean? Best team in the world, fella. Oh, and the Reds. No, I won't start singing, don't worry. We're all safe on that one. Best Irish player. I don't know about best, but if I'm picking my favourite Irish player of all time, I've always said the same thing. It's Paul McGrath followed by Roy Keane. Paul McGrath because I just love his story. Do you know what I mean? I like a flawed Oh, here we go. And young boys have only gone and beaten Manchester United by lashing in a winner in the 95th minute. Everybody erupts. Manchester United defenders with their heads in their hands, and young boys of Byrne have pinched it at the death. 2-1 to young boys. Manchester United looked like they're starting a Champions League campaign with nil points. Nil points. I'm trying not to smirk. I'm trying. You'll understand it's not easy for me right now. Nil points. Nil points. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I can't help myself. You know what I mean? This is the big boy league. Do you know? I'm saying nothing. I'll leave you to the destruction of your own, but that was far too easy. Jesse Lingard with a blind back pass straight to the young boys player who David De Gea comes out, tries to smother him, and he side foots it past them, but Jesse Lingard, Jay Lings, let me do the little Jay Lings thing. What is it that he does? Sue! Come on! 2-1 to young boys. I'm saying nothing. I am though. I am. I absolutely am. Oh, it's all over. United have been beaten by young boys of bleeding Byrne. I'm saying nothing. Like, I'll leave it to you lads to have the meltdown. I will just sit here and bask in the gloriousness. It's a difficult place to go, Now, in all seriousness, I don't like the way that AstroTurf pitches are allowed. I know that they're not allowed by the Premier League, but they are allowed in certain situations in the Champions League. I know some of the Russian clubs and stuff play on AstroTurf pitches, but ooh, shoo! Oh. Anyway, look, we get back to the games at hand, ladies and gentlemen. There's plenty of time for banter, plenty of time for that one. Oh, right, let's have a look at the Chelsea lineup, shall we, to take on Zenit St. Petersburg. Chelsea have gone with Mendy, Azpilicueta, Christensen and Rudiger. Then it's Reece James, Kovacic, Jorginho, Marcus Alonso, Mason Mount, Hakim Ziyech and Romelu Lukaku make up the starting 11 for the defending European champions. Christiuk in goal for Zenit, then Suderman, Kristiakov, Ratiski, Santos, Barrios, Malcolm, Vendel, Kuseyev, Claudinho and Azmoun, and I am absolutely not repeating those names, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on a second here. Hang on a bleeding minute. Is Dexter Lovren injured or what? They haven't got the world's best defender available today. Obviously, they're not going to win then if Dejan Lovren, the world's self-confessed best centre-back, isn't available. Where's Mark? Oh, he's not here. He won't be able to protect you today, folks. No Goldbridge for this stream. It's just Ballbridge with a lot of smugness that you're going to have to make do with for the day. Now, look, I won't roll it in your face. I will. I absolutely will. You know, big boys now. Champions League football. You know what I mean? You've got to be at it. Who are you? He says. You'll know who I am, mate. Don't worry about that. Don't you worry about that, amigo. You'll know who I am by the end of the stream. Thoughts on Fulham? I always have a soft spot for Fulham. Genuinely good club in London. I've always liked the way they've gone about football as well, and I haven't personally been lucky enough to visit Craven Cottage, but Connor, the other half of Anfield Agenda, has, and he said it's a lovely little stadium. Fred should get deported. That's a bit harsh there, mate. Do you know what I mean? Even I'm not going in that much. I just need to check something here behind the screen just to make sure that my iMac doesn't absolutely just fall off the face of the earth. Yes, Ballbridge. How are we, Greg? Nice to see you in, my man. Hope you're all well. Do I think Ireland can qualify for the World Cup? No, unfortunately not, mate. As great as it would be to have my country at the World Cup, we're in a rebuilding phase at the minute, and all joking aside, there's big problems at the FAI that need to be resolved. Do you know, just while we're adding in a bit of banter, ladies and gentlemen, while we're having a little bit of fun, I should probably let you guys know about the head-to-head between myself and Goldbridge, seeing as he's not making any content about it. Why, you might ask? Well, that's because Ballbridge is whooping his ass. It is Mark Goldbridge, 25 points, Ballbridge, aka Anfield Agenda, aka the housewife's favourite, 36 of your points, thank you very much. Mind the gap, Mark, 11 points, the L difference. Bit of a gap there, so you know what I mean? Mark Goldbridge, 25, actual football expert me, 36. There you go. So, yeah. It's heating up on all fronts, ladies and gentlemen. United have just been beaten. Goldbridge has taken an L in the head-to-heads, and I'm sitting here in my new throne, smug, ready to go, looking forward to a really good game of football between Barcelona and Bayern Munich, and Chelsea and Zenit St. Petersburg. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, what are we saying? 15 minutes to go till kick-off. And it's great to have you all with us. Please do hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, and you will respect my authority. Sorry, I'm summoning my inner Cartman there. You will respect my authority. Man United are overrated. I'm saying nothing, man. Do you know what I mean? The scoreline speaks for itself. Jesse Lingard, though, some player, isn't he? Jesse Lingard, little back pass, little Lingard with the set up. Little 1-2, Jesse boy, running it in. Oh, you boys have scored, and it's 2-1. Uh-oh. Is Mark Goldbridge bald now? He is, mate. Look at him. He's fucking massive. Look at this. Sorry, I shouldn't be so happy that United lost, but it is nice to have a little dose of reality because, look, it's been difficult for the rest of us. It's been difficult for us Liverpool fans and us non-United fans having to see all the Ronaldo stuff. Now, I don't begrudge United fans the Ronaldo stuff. I genuinely don't. I'm not that type of dude. I mean, I would, if it was the other way around and we brought back, let's say, Suarez or somebody, I'd probably be over the moon. So I don't begrudge United fans one bit of their joy about Ronaldo coming back. Sincerely, I'm for my mates, I'm happy. But when it comes to, you know, head-to-heads, when it comes to the league title, when it comes to the Champions League, it's war. It's war, ladies and gentlemen. You know that. And United losing today, a game that we'll all admit openly they should have absolutely won, and won at a canter probably. It just goes to show that even the great Cristiano coming back, there are still issues there that need to be resolved. And I think that you guys will understand that. Your holding midfield position wasn't addressed. And look, I'm talking from a point of view of Liverpool here, where I'm still fuming we didn't bring in an attacking player, let alone a midfielder. So I'm having a bit of fun, and I will be fair about it. But hopefully Man United fans will stop screaming Sweden. I'll be screaming it, mate. I'll be screaming it on behalf of young boys of Bern. It does happen, mate. It does happen. And look, it goes to show you, these teams don't get into the Champions League group stages accidentally. Sometimes we as football fans, and I include me in this as a Liverpool fan, we take things for granted, don't we? You know, you go away in Europe and you see a team that's you know, you think you're going to handle quite easily. And as I've said before, when people ask me, Craig, predict the Champions League, who do you think is going to win it? It is really difficult because anything can happen. As I said to you the other day, a red card in a game can change it. And there you see United get a red card and they go on and lose the game. So it's why I always think that the Champions League is so difficult to predict. Which is why I never do try and predict it. It's, oh, look, somebody's getting the butt hurt, calling me a ball prick. That's alright, Luke. It's alright, mate. I hope you enjoyed your 2 minutes in the chat, because you're gone now, dude. But that's alright. I hope it was worth it. See, I have mod status now, mate, so any of your abuse and you're gone. If you can't take a bit of banter, then go cry elsewhere, mate. You know what I mean? I took it all the Ronaldo stuff, took it all on the chin when Goldbridge was here going, Ronaldo, sweet! Took it all on the chin like a champion. But apparently, can't take it. Some people on here can't take it a little bit. That's not my fault, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a little bit insecure in yourself, you know, maybe this isn't the place for you. We welcome everybody in here, even people that can't be Bayern, or even people that can't be young boys of Bern. You're still welcome in the chat. We welcome you all. Let me just get my screen set up here, you know, for the next game. Right, we are ready to go. No, I've already put you on there, full screen. Stop cheating. Why ain't the motherfucker going full screen? Sorry, one sec, folks. Trying to get this to go full screen, but she's just not. There we go. I wasn't playing ball. Again, for those coming in a little bit late, all the joking and laughing aside and all, let's have a look at both. Well, I say both games and the starting 11s in them tonight, and the ones we'll be covering, which are Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Chelsea, Zenit, St. Petersburg. We'll start off with a little look at the Barcelona lineup. It's Ter Stegen in goal, then Araujo, Piqué, and Garcia making up the back three. Roberto, Frankie de Jong, Busquets, Pedri and Jordi Alba, then Luke de Jong and Memphis Depay. For Bayern Munich, it's Manuel Neuer, Pavard, Upamecano, Sula, Davies, Kimmich, Goretzka, Sané, Müller, Musiala and Lewandowski. Tough Shoe said Antonio Conte, I think United need that man. Timo Werner is crying like a little bitch in the chat there as well, throwing in the egg emojis. Well done, mate. It's not going to change the score though. Do you know what the egg emoji looks like, mate? The egg emoji to me looks like the amount of points that United have in the Champions League, which is that many. 0, 0, 0. So egg emoji all you want. All I'm seeing is 0 points. So you can egg emoji it to your heart's content, fella. All you're doing is just reminding me of the loss the young boys have burned. But hey, you know, same amount of points as Liverpool. But we're playing tomorrow night against AC Milan. And that will change, my man. That will change. Sweet! You know I'm only having a bit of fun, folks. You know I love you really. This is only just a little bit of a laugh while we wait for the game to get underway. Why aren't Chelsea playing Werner? Somebody said. Well, let's have a little look at the Chelsea lineup anyway. Sweet! As we go through. So, I'm not reading out the Zenit St. Petersburg team again. Let's be honest, nobody cares. Dejan Lovren isn't playing, so you're not up against the world's greatest centre-back there, so should be a little bit easier. So, Chelsea have gone for Mendy, Azpilicueta, Christensen, Rudiger, then Reece James, Kovacic, Jorginho, Marcus Alonso, Mason Mount, Hakim Ziyech and Romelu Lukaku. On the bench for Chelsea, not on the belch, or definitely not on the belch. On the bench, Kepa, Thiago Silva, Timo Werner, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Trevor Chalobah, Saul Niguez, Ross Barkley, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Ben Chilwell, Kai Havertz, Malang Sarr and Lucas Bergstrom. That is a pretty fucking strong bench, I won't lie. That is a pretty strong bench for Chelsea there. That could be the difference throughout the season. Carl Battered Onion Rings Frotch. See, I was going to ban you for the egg stuff, mate, but because your name is Carl Battered Onion Rings Frotch and I love that banter, I'm going to allow it. I'm going to allow it, sir, because I love the Carl Battered Onion Rings Frotch. And some people won't get that reference, but I, as a boxing fan, absolutely get that reference, mate. So, well played. That's all I'm saying to you, dude. Well played. Right, let's keep going. Foden is better. What Foden is better than Foden in skills? I don't know what you're talking about, dude. You just said Foden's better than Foden. Okay, he's also worse than Foden using your own logic. We love Baldy, said I like sport. Baldy loves you too. Baldy's loves you too. LA up the cop bite, said Habib. Love that a few Liverpool fans are coming over to show a bit of love in here. Well played. Ollie is a tactical genius, said Big Daddy Big. Big Daddy Big. I added it in there because I don't want to get the stream demonetized because it's not my stream, you know what I'm saying? Where can I watch the Chelsea game? It's on BT Sports, mate. Do you know what I mean? That's all I can say to you. I can't give out any other information. I've got the Chelsea game on my iPad here in front of me. I gotta have the Barca Bayern game on the TV behind. And yeah, let's have a bit of fun. I hope you're ready for a bit of fun, because I had a great time last night in the Everton stream. We had loads of fun last night. It was a great game actually in the second half. I mean, fair play to Everton, going back from 1-0 down and getting the 3-1 victory. They played really well, and Andros Townsend with an absolute worldie of a goal. But yeah, look, I'm a little bit different in the way I do my watch-alongs to Mr. Goldberg. So if you're coming in and you're expecting somebody to be more fronting up to the camera, and I'm more interactive in the way I do things. So I like to let you guys control the tempo of the stream. So let's go into the chat. Gollum's tactics costing us again, said John Murto with a super chat. That's not me, that's a super chat. I'm just, reading out the comment. And I actually thought he was talking about me when he said Gollum, if the truth be told. But then I thought, hang on, my tactics couldn't affect anybody. But, my precious. Nil point, mate. Just nil point, just to reiterate. For those that aren't aware, United have the same amount of points as I have hairs on my head. Do you know, that's all I'm saying in the Champions League. We'll leave it at that. We won't say any more about the fact that Jesse Lingard basically handed Young Boys 3. I won't do it, because I'm not that type of lad. It's not for me to say that even with the great Cristiano and all, you still couldn't go and beat Young Boys. I wouldn't do that. That's not the type of fella I am. You know that, ladies and gentlemen. Wouldn't be for me. United confirmed Europa League. Here we go. Hello, Fabrizio. Yeah, what was that? Yeah, here we go. Confirmed Manchester United Thursday night. What? No, don't mind EastEnders. It's all right, lad. They can record EastEnders. Look, it's only banter. It's only banter. Don't get your knickers in a twist, everybody. I'm only having a laugh. It's not very often I get to come on and gloat on here, so I'm just going to baze and bask in the glory of nil point. Grow some hair. Oh, I've got loads of hair, mate. And when your balls drop, let me know, TB, and I'll give you another shout out, mate. Maybe you'll get a little bit of hair on them. But yeah, I've got loads of hair, dude. Don't you worry about that, sir. I'm glad we deserve to lose. Lingardinho masterclass at Jay Connor. Yeah. Wasn't doing that at West Ham, was he? That's all I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? He was not doing that at West Ham. Was he? No. He was sticking him in the other net at West Ham. Oh, look, Mark's undergone chemo. Some people just can't take a bit of banter, mate. Going straight into the cancer jokes. Well, I hope you enjoyed your time on That's Football, mate, because you won't be commenting on here again. So, adios. Baldy, imagine Ronaldo signing to end up in the Europa League. And look, honestly, I still think United will get out of that group. It was an away game. Nothing can happen. I'm having laughs. I'm having a bit of fun, but a red card can change a game, and I didn't really watch it, so I don't know how bad or good United actually were. But I do know is that we have 2 games to cover here today, and I'll be keeping you up to date with Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Chelsea against Zenit St. Petersburg as well. So we do love a bit of ball bridge. Thank you, mate. I'm glad you can differentiate. No, I'm only having a laugh. I've got nothing but respect. Who are we laughing at, United or Barcelona? I think we could probably make time to have a little chuckle at both, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, looking through that Barca team, as I said earlier on, it just doesn't scream Barcelona Champions League, does it? I mean, looking at the lineups, the front 2, Memphis Depay and Luke de Jong. Luke de Jong starting in a big Champions League game for Barcelona against Bayern Munich. It just goes to show the trouble that Barca are in right now with the financial predicament that they have. Do I support Liverpool? Oh, yes, sir. Oh God, yes. Score prediction for Liverpool. I know this is going to sound arrogant, and if you think I'm being arrogant, I understand, but I think we'll beat AC Milan 2 or 3-0. Excuse me. They're without Ibrahimovic. They've got some good players, but nothing of the calibre. Like I was saying there about Barcelona teams from the past and how, this doesn't strike me as a Barcelona team when you think of the greats of years gone by with the Xavis, the Iniestas, the Pujols, the Messis. You look at AC Milan right now, and they're not an AC Milan with Shevchenko, Pirlo, Maldini. Do you know what I mean? Gattuso. They're an AC Milan that's in a rebuilding process, and they've done well to qualify for the Champions League, and definitely do have some good players, Theo Hernandez, Frank Kessie, and the like. But they don't strike fear into me as a Liverpool fan, or I don't think they'd strike fear into any of even the United fans or Chelsea fans. You should be taking care of business at home in the Champions League, and I expect Liverpool to do that tomorrow night against AC Milan. AC Milan is a spent force. They are on the rebuild. To be fair to them, they are on the rebuild. They've done well to qualify for the Champions League again after a fair few amount of years in the wilderness. And you know what? I'm kind of glad that they did get into the Champions League, because this is the last season, I think, isn't it, with the stadium before it gets knocked down and rebuilt. And when you're thinking about, the great European stadiums, when you're thinking about huge nights, the San Siro is right up there. So, for me, if you get a chance, if you're a Liverpool fan, if you're lucky enough to head to that away game, take it in, because what a stadium, the amount of famous moments that have taken place in there over the years. And I've always got a little bit sad. Well, I know it's getting rebuilt right beside it, but it's not the same. Right, the teams are out on the pitch, ladies and gentlemen, in both games. I've got the Chelsea game on my iPad. I've got the Barcelona game on the TV, so we're all good to go. San Siro's iconic. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's just, when you think of great football arenas over the years, the San Siro's right up there. Like, it's an iconic stadium. Right, lads, lash us in some score predictions in the chat. Let me know what you guys are thinking ahead of the two games we're covering tonight. Barcelona and Bayern Munich, and Chelsea Zenit St. Petersburg. Let me know your thoughts and predictions on both of them. Gerson saying AC Milan 2, Liverpool's 0. You don't even believe that, princess. How am I supposed to take you seriously when you don't even believe that AC Milan are going to beat us 2-0? And calling us Liverpool's, what are we, 5? Are we 5 here? We could go Liverpools as well. Loser pools. Come on, mate. We've had them all. Up your game. Up your banter levels, fella. Would I take Sané at Liverpool? I would have, yeah. When Leroy Sané left Schalke, I would have loved Liverpool to have signed him. And I'm surprised that he wasn't more of a success at Man City. Now, I think he did relatively well at Manchester City, in fairness. And there were times there coming off the bench he was terrorising people. But yes, I would have absolutely had him at Liverpool. Oh, look, feed the Scouser as well. You're gone. I don't know why people do this. Why can't you just banter without being abusive? Why do you feel like you have to be abusive because your team lost, mate? Just take the banter and come back. You know what I mean? Straight to it. We've had chemo so far. We've had feed the Scousers. We've had a few other slaggins as well. Just take your L and move on, man. It's all good. What's your opinion on the Elliott tackle? I think it was just unlucky. I mean, I've seen some people feel far more annoyed by the tackle than me. I just think it was unlucky, and personally, I don't think it was a red. I think it was the result of the tackle that seen them go back and give the red, and I don't think that's right, if I'm being honest. I think they appealed it. I have a feeling they might get it overturned. But for me, I just think it was unlucky. Like, when I was growing up, and I know the rules have changed, and when I was playing football, that was the type of tackle I'd have made or would have seen week in and week out. And it was just, it's I suppose it can be a good example as to why the type of tackle is banned now. But I think there was no malice intended by Strike. I wouldn't say that in any way, shape or form. Right, let me just get the clocks ready to go, folks, for everyone that wants to sync up and stuff. As I said, we will be covering both games here tonight. Chelsea against Zenit St. Petersburg and Bayern Munich against Barcelona. Just trying to get the right game up here on my old television. There we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, in the Barca game, as I said, Frankie de Jong and Memphis Depay starting up top for them. They are going to be wearing their home kit, obviously. Bayern, I actually like that away kit. Bayern playing from right to left in the first half in their white shirts. Barcelona in the red and blue. Obviously, Chelsea at home in their blue shirts against Zenit St. Petersburg in white shirts. So let's see what the evening has in store for us in both games. Let's show the love to Ballbridge. Thank you, mate. Who gave you this gig? Me, mate, I gave me this gig by being pretty amazing at what I do. And if you don't think I'm good at it, Michael, as I said, fella, the door is there. But you can lash the egg emoji in all you want, mate. All I see when you put the egg emoji in is the amount of points United have in the Champions League now, which would be a big fat zero. But if it makes you feel better, mate, do you know what I mean? You take your frustration out on me, dude. It's all good. Now, the clock is synced to the Barcelona game. Obviously, the Chelsea game, we're a little bit behind, but we'll go on that one as well. What channel is it on? I've got it on BT Sport 3 for the Barcelona Bayern game. Barcelona's home kit looks like a poop. And that's the better version, by the way. That's the home kit for the Champions League. Their home kit for the league is even worse again. Right, Harvey Elliott just posted on Instagram. Good, he was going under the knife today. Hopefully he's all good. Barcelona now in possession, left hand side. Memphis Depay now picks it up. He plays it. Luke De Jong leaves it because he was offside. Actually, well played, Luke De Jong. That goes for a goal kick. I thought it may be a corner, but it goes behind for a Barcelona goal kick, or excuse me, a Bayern Munich goal kick. Tuning into some ball bridge. I'm legally Italian. You love to see it, mate. Nice to have you with us. Where's Mark? Well, he ain't here, pal. Let's just go with that one. He ain't here. There's no Goldbridge here today. Only Ballbridge. Goldbridge is probably crying into a cup of tea somewhere, maybe over the nil point. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I agree with Oscar in the chat. It has been a season of shocking shirts, mate. It has. You can banter all you like. I've had 30 years of banter in Liverpool. Kind of got old, actually. Well, that's fair. So I can take that on the chin, mate. And before that, I had 27 years of banter in United fans about not winning the league. Or 26 years, so I can take it. That's fair banter. I like it. Well played. Am I related to Mark? No, God, not at all, no. Hope Barca don't get humiliated. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know where to go with this one. I expect Bayern to get a result, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. What are you expecting here in the Barca Bayern game? What's my opinion on the United game? I didn't really watch it. I had it on in the background when I was doing some work. But look, it's a Champions League. You're away from home. It's always going to be difficult. I didn't even see the red card. I just know they got a red card. But, you know, what can I say? I mean, obviously as a Liverpool fan, I'm doing river dance inside right now, and I'm not even going to try and hide it because that's what it's about, isn't it? It is about the banter, and if Liverpool lose tomorrow, I'd expect you guys to be flooding over to Anfield Agenda to give me dogs abuse, and that's part of the fun, isn't it? It's okay as long as we you keep it respectful. Do you know what I mean? I won't single out anybody for their physical appearances or anything like that, and I'd like the same back, and we have a bit of fun and banter. It's all good. Do I think it was I didn't see the incident, mate. Honestly, I couldn't say if it was a fair red or not because I didn't see the incident. I still haven't seen the incident. Harvey Elliott posted on Instagram, according to Gurpreet, that his operation was a success, which is great news. Thank you for that one, pal. This Barcelona side would play better with Roy Hodgson. It doesn't scream, you know, Barcelona. And having a look at the Chelsea game here as well. Now, they're keeping possession, as you'd expect, against Zenit St. Petersburg, knocking the ball around, and look, you'd expect Chelsea to get the job done at home, wouldn't you? You're looking at the quality of Chelsea's bench as well, as I mentioned to you guys earlier on. It's a very, very strong bench that Thomas Tuchel has to pick from there. Just to take you through the Chelsea bench, Kepa's on there, Thiago Silva, Timo Werner, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Chalobah, Saul, Ross Barkley, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Chilwell, Kai Havertz. Like, it's a really strong bench that they have there. And I know, like, as a Liverpool fan, our bench won't be anywhere near that strong tomorrow. And that's, I suppose, the problem that Liverpool have this season. We're a little bit reliant on going through the season without picking up many knocks or injuries. Which I think even a United probably have, well, they certainly have better attacking depth to their squad. Free kick here to Barcelona. Frankie de Jong brought down right hand side. Apparently there was a 70 million quid bid for Dani Olmo from Barcelona when they're in deep financial debt. That's madness, isn't it? I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, mate, but it is madness. Opinions on Salah this season. From which perspective, mate? I don't know if you're talking about his contract, in which case, look, I won't lie. I'm like everybody else. I'm a little bit nervous. I hope that the contract gets signed, but I've no doubt Mohamed Salah will do numbers again this season, because that's what the man does. You know, to me, you look at the Golden Boot this season, you're going to think Ronaldo, Salah, Kane, Lukaku, probably the four favourites for that. Ball in from Barcelona, headed away there by Bayern Munich. Meanwhile, Chelsea just have their attack snuffed out in that game. Still 0-0, just over 5.5 or just under 5.5 minutes gone in both games, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, Michael Oliver is indeed the referee at the Barcelona game, Magnus. Good shout, mate. I didn't even spot that one. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a little favour. Drop a like on the stream and hit that subscribe button. Help us push That Football family towards 530,000 subs, which is an amazing accomplishment from the team. Mark's done a tremendous job growing the channel, as have all the guys in the background. But we want to keep moving it forward. So take a second, bottom right corner, hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the stream. Ballbridge is the best goal bridge. We love to see it, mate. You love to see it. People ask, how did I get on here? Think about it this way. In all seriousness, no, all banter aside and all, do you think Mark would have handed over the reins to somebody who he didn't think could handle the channel? Do you know what I mean? Nobody else has hosted solo watch-alongs on this channel but what? And there's a reason for it. Because I'm goddamn good at what I do. And I am good at what I do. But I'm also fair in what I do. And I love having fun and interaction with the chat. And you guys make the channels. Without you guys, we ain't here. It's as simple as that. So as I always say, big up yourselves, because I've been made feel really welcome here. I love interacting with you guys. It's a great bit of fun. And I hope we continue moving forward. So I'm glad you took the banter earlier on in good spirits, because that's how it was meant. Right, let's carry on anyway. Chelsea on the attack in the other game. The streaming service I'm using for this game, by the way, it's probably better than my TV, if I'm being honest with you. Chelsea on the attack, snuffed out by Zenit as Bayern mount an attack, and they've got a free kick in a pretty decent position here. Lewandowski fouled right of centre, about 25, 26 yards out. So a chance for Bayern Munich to test Ter Stegen here with a free kick from distance. Atlanta 1-0 up. Thank you for the updates, mate. Yes, please do keep us updated with what's going on in the other games as well. Mary said, hi, I love the streams. Thank you, Mary. Great to have you with us. Really appreciate that, Mary. Thank you. What did I have to eat today? Honestly, nothing yet, mate. Two cups of coffee and I'm on a bottle of water here. That's it for me. I don't get up till about 3 o'clock, so it's still like breakfast / lunchtime for me, really. I'll be up till about 6 a.m. Did I think Mane would have a shocker of a season? Look, it's I understand where you're coming from. Mane, we'll talk this free kick through and then we'll go back to that. Hang on. So Bayern out with a free kick here. Sané over it. Who will strike it? It is Sané to strike it straight into the wall. Second ball though back out. Kimmich flicks it over. Barca look to have cleared this. Yes, they have. Yeah, look, Mane missed a lot of chances in the last game, no doubt about it. But he managed to get his goal in the end, and it just felt to me like he was one of those performances where, yes, he was being selfish. I can't deny that. But he felt like it seemed like he needed to feel like he had to leave that game with a goal, or all those efforts would have been in vain. So, yes, he needs to up his game. I'll be the first one to admit it, but he did manage to get himself a goal in the end. How's the GOAT doing? I'm really good, Penguin, man. I'm really good, thank you. Mane never gave up, exactly. He never let his head drop. And I said during the time when I was doing the watch-along, I get a feeling that he'll get a goal from a situation where he hasn't got time to think, and that's kind of what happened. He just dropped his left shoulder, swung his right boot with it, and guided it into the bottom corner. But look, we're not here tonight to talk about Liverpool. We're here tonight to talk about Chelsea, Zenit, and Barcelona, Bayern. And of course, we'll have a little laugh at United while we're at it, because, you know, it'd be rude not to. Where can you watch it? Again, my man Enda, all I can say to you is it's on BT. That, you know, I've got to be careful in what I say. No, Mark's not coming on later, Irish James. It's just me. It's just the GOAT. It's just Ballbridge. It's just Gru. It's just the Dara O'Brien, Bates and look-alike. Humpty Dumpty, you know, just little old me. And yeah, I sometimes don't take a breath while I'm speaking. I do kind of just talk a lot, but you'll get used to it. But most importantly, I want you guys to keep me up to date with what's going on in the other games. I want you guys to keep me up to date with your opinions on football in general, because I love to dip in and out of the chat. This is the way I do my watch-alongs. I'm pretty interactive. Thoughts on Group A. Mate, do you think I know Group A off the top of me noggin? Is that, I don't even know who's in Group A. Hang on, let's have a look. Group A. Who's in Group A in the Champions League? I don't know which groups are which. Hang on. So, Group G, Group... Oh, no, that's the... Oh, God, I nearly touched the Europa League. Oh, Scarlet. Oh, Group A, the PSG, the Oil Classico group. Yeah, look, I'd love, obviously, Leipzig to cause an upset there and knock one of the two state-backed clubs out. But, oh, is there a possible shout here for a penalty? Lewandowski gone to ground? No, nothing doing. Atalanta 1-0 up, yes, as we sit right now. Results from earlier on. Young Boys 2, United 1 in the same group. Villarreal 0, Atalanta 1. Sevilla 1, Salzburg 1 was the final result earlier on as well. Oh God, the Europa Conference League is on today. Ugh. Do I have a separate channel? Yes, mate. I have a channel with 119,000 subscribers, buddy. Anfield Agenda. That's my Liverpool channel that right now Jack is doing a new show on while I'm over here. But yes, mate, of course. Anfield Agenda and Craig Station. I've got two channels. One that it's a fairly new one, Craig Station. It's got about 24k or something like that, but we're building that one up. But yeah, Anfield Agenda is my main channel. If you want to go over and sub to it, please do, because we're trying to get to 120k. So, you know, I don't usually shout out my own stuff on here, but yeah, please do give it a look. Memphis Depay now. He was offside. Why play the ball? Luke de Jong was clearly offside, and that's twice, by the way, in the first 11 minutes. Luke de Jong has either made his run too early or been lazy and not got back. And look, he just wanders in. Just wanders in. It's only half a yard, to be fair, but... Thoughts on toast? Brown and thick. That's my thoughts on toast, my man. Okay, we will keep you up to date with all the games. Zenit now in Chelsea's penalty area, but it's put behind. Good defended by Reece James, and it'll go out for a Zenit St. Petersburg corner in that game. This game's still fairly evenly matched, to be fair. I still think Bayern will just have too much for them overall, but good defending there by Reece James, by the way, to snuff out the attack of Claudinho in the Chelsea-Zenit game. The Zenit forward had chested it down, just about to get a strike away. But Chelsea have it now. They've intercepted the corner and they've got a chance to counter. Free kick, though. I'm surprised the ref maybe hasn't pulled out a yellow for that, because Zenit were stopping the Chelsea counter-attack. This is a different person to when I last joined. Who is this? I don't know when you were last joined, mate, but I was here yesterday. I was here all summer, and I'll be here again. And if you are new to it, my name is Craig. It's lovely to see you guys. Musiala is quality, mate. You're right. He's a very good footballer. But yes, for those that don't know who I am, I'm Craig. It's nice to be here. I fill in for Mark when he can't simply be in two places at once, and I'll be here on Thursday as well for the Leicester-Napoli game, so I hope you guys can join me for that one. And I'll be on Anfield Agenda, of course, tomorrow for Liverpool's game against Milan, where Mark will be here, I believe, covering the game on That's Football. Best pot noodle flavour? I'd be a curry man, mate, to be honest with you. I'd be pretty boring. I'd just be a curry man. Thoughts on Tuchel's attire? Well, I gather, I think he has a baseball cap on, if my memory's right. I just seen him a second ago, but I didn't really pay any attention to what he was wearing. Baldy is back. Guess who's back? Back again. Baldy's back. Baldy's back. Baldy's back. Baldy's back. Yeah, Baldy's going to be here all season, so get used to Baldy. Arsenal is good. Alright, mate, you know, we're trying to keep it serious here. You know, there's a time for jokes and there's a time for seriousness, and, you know, okay, let's all laugh at Arsenal, and let's just take a minute out of the day to laugh at, what are they, 8th, 16th, 17th place to Arsenal? Ooh, the state of it, like, imagine, spending 140 million to go sideways. Oh, but, I said this yesterday, I'm going to say it again. How the hell can Mikel Arteta, in all seriousness, and I'm not trying to banter anybody here, I'm being dead serious. How can Mikel Arteta front up to a camera and say, this past week, i.e. we beat Norwich 1-0, Norwich 1-0, has been the best of my professional career. Man played for Arsenal, winning stuff, played for Everton, obviously didn't win that, and there's Everton, managed or man is under Pep Guardiola at Manchester City, and he's trying to look into a camera and tell you and I, the good folk of football world, that the best week of his professional career was beating Norwich 1-0 at home in the Premier League. Come on. Come on. That is a little bit of poo-poo if ever I've heard it, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, nobody was buying that. And of course, the media being what the media is, none of them, not one of them, had the balls to go and say, Mikel, respect you, mate, but you are talking a load of garbage. There is no way this is the best week of your career. And if it is, mate, if it is, heaven help you. I mean, it's ridiculous. Do I think Liverpool have got a chance of winning the Premier League? An outside chance, yes. If we're lucky with injuries, if we can keep the spine of the team together, we've got a shot. But I make Manchester City and Chelsea the favourites for the Premier League. I've been honest about it. I've made no bones about it. I'm very honest when I look and assess the squads to see. Just look at the bench for Chelsea tonight as an example in the Champions League. Their squad depth is ridiculous. If you look at United even, United's attacking squad depth is far deeper than Liverpool's. You look at the amount of options they have. But I think even you guys would agree with me, Liverpool's first 11, their best 11. So like, let's say we go with, as an example, we'll use the 11 that started the game the other day. So we've got Alisson in goal, Trent, Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Thiago. And look, I'm going to include Harvey Elliott because he was bossing that game beforehand. Mane, Jota, Salah. That's right up there. That's right up there. And that's without Henderson or dropping in Bobby Firmino. So look, we have to be lucky. And I wouldn't be saying we're favourites for the Ratton, but I think any of the big four clubs, the top four from last year, could, if they get a run together, you never know. Conspiracy theory, Arteta is a secret spy. I don't know what he is, but I'm loving him. I mean, call me Ronald because I'm loving it. I mean, just when you thought that we couldn't banter Arsenal anymore, when you thought that the gods had given everything that they had to give us, no, hold my beer, says Zeus. There's more to come. Favourite championship team? Well, I have to back my wife's team. So, you know, she'll kill me if I didn't say Forest. So, Forest. Chelsea, unlucky. Ball trying to pick out. Mason Mount trying to pick out a run, but just overhit it. 17 minutes gone. Just over 17 minutes gone in both games. We still await the first goal in Barca, Bayern Munich, and in Chelsea, ZENIT St. Petersburg. Again, you guys keep the comments coming at and you want to talk about, lash it into the chat and we'll keep you up to date with the games as well. I do appreciate all your help in keeping us up to date with the other results as well as the games go along. Still as things stand, obviously, Barca 0, Bayern 0, Dynamo Kiev 0, Benfica 0. The result from earlier, obviously, Young Boys beating Manchester United by 2-1. Villarreal 0, Atalanta 1 as things stand. Oh, good save by Ter Stegen. Leroy Sané with a strong strike. Ter Stegen gets a strong right hand to it to keep that away. I mean, you'd expect him to save it, to be fair, but he did. But Bayern knocking on the door. In the other game, Sevilla 1, Salzburg 1 was a final result. Lille 0, Wolfsburg 0, Chelsea 0, Zenit St. Petersburg 0, Malmo 0, Juventus 0 as things currently stand. LA Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah, go away, mate. Go away with your state-backed club nonsense. Thoughts on the new Apple Watch? I am an Apple freak, so technically I probably should have an opinion on the Apple Watch because I'm sitting here with an iPhone 12 Pro Max, with an iPad mini, on an iMac, talking to you. But yeah, I don't do watches or anything, mate, so I've never owned an Apple Watch because I look at me, I don't wear watches or jewellery or anything. I do feel like Bayern are starting to grab control in that game, and fair play, Zenit have a decent set piece opportunity here as we head towards the 19-minute mark. Chance to get a ball into the box. As I say this, Lewandowski, has he kept it in? Yes, he has. Lewandowski, right-hand side, ball into the box. Headed away by Barcelona. Kimmich picks it up though. Zenit's opportunity has come to nothing in that game. They've wasted it. Bayern, again, side foot across for Lewandowski, but it's straight into Ter Stegen's arms. United lost the game because of the referee. No, mate. They lost the game because Jesse Lingard is a cabbage. That's why they lost the game. You can blame the referee all you want, but the referee didn't pass the ball to the other player. That was Jesse Lingard. So, you know, you can have your little salty moment. I mean, I hear you, but let's be factual. Jesse Lingard passed the ball to an opposition player. That's why you lost the game. Dude, I'm scared. I'm a Barca fan. Mate, I've been very honest about this my entire time making content. My only teams I give a damn about in life are Liverpool and Barcelona. So I'm with you. I understand. I'm clearly more of a Liverpool fan, but Barca are the only other team I've ever had a soft spot for. And, you know, the first shirt I ever owned was a Barcelona shirt. So I feel you. I remember the days where Barca weren't the force that they were over the past 15 years, by the way. I remember the days with Zubi Zareta and that, you know, when Barcelona hadn't won a European Cup. So I remember them winning the was it the Super Cup at the time or whatever it was called back then. So yeah, mate, I've lived long enough to see Barcelona become the juggernaut that they are, and now see the wheels start to fall off it. So I know why you're nervous about it. Is Bayern dominating Barca? They've got a bit of a stranglehold on the game now, yeah. I think United should have Arteta as manager, said Zeke. I'm saying nothing, mate. You know what I mean? I'm saying nothing. Terrible, senseless decisions from Ollie. I can't really speak to the tactics that Ollie employed in the game because I didn't really watch it, if I'm being honest with you. I just was getting set up for this stream. I was testing out a few things, making sure that the new camera angle and stuff that I was working on was fine. So yeah, I just got to see the last 20 minutes really of the second half. Actually, I did see Ronaldo's goal. I did see that one. Which, look, it's not his fault the keeper let it squirm under him. He did his job, got the shot on target. Why are you writing J Biz Mark coming on? Is the phrase you're looking for, is Mark coming on? In which case the answer is going to be wah, wah, wah. You're pissing me off now, mate. Stop with the spamming. One more of them, JB, and you're getting a timeout, dude. Stop asking the same question over and over again. You know, let other people get their comments in, dude. We're an interactive chat here. We want to have a bit of fun. Opinions on cold custard. I'm all for it, Joshua. I'm all for it, mate. Genuinely. My missus gags at custard. You know what I mean? She put worse in her mouth, but she's gags at custard. I love me a bit of custard. Is Mark coming on? Yeah. No, he's definitely coming on. Stay tuned, because if you hear any minute. Nah, it's just me. Just me, folks. Mr. Goldbridge is getting some... I suppose he's probably crying into his teddy bear right now. Which I'd be doing in his position as well, to be fair. Probably wiping his eyes with £50 notes right now. Oh, the pain! Oh, the pain! Zenit keeper down now with a bit of a rib injury, it looks like. He's back on his feet. Opinions on rich tea? Nah, you want to be on a registry or something, mate. If you're eating rich tea, then how can a grown person eat a rich tea knowing the hobnobs exist? Do you know what I mean? Like, let's be honest here. If you're getting rich tea and you've walked past digestives and hobnobs, I can't help you. There's no helping you. You're done. Yeah, you're done. Do you know what I mean? You're in the shop there, you're strolling down with the old trolley going to fucking Saturday night sun, I like the way you move. And you're getting yourself, oh, I'll have some rich tea. Said fucking nobody ever. You're definitely getting you some hobnobs or digestives. You know what I mean? And we can't be using price. You know how cheap you can get digestives, like. Anyway, still scoreless in both of these games. Chelsea on the attack now, left-hand side with Marcus Alonso. Opinions on Brandon Williams. He's on loan at Norwich, isn't he? Brandon Williams right now? Which I think is a great move for him. I know he's on loan somewhere in the Premier League. Obviously, I don't keep track of United's loanings. But I think he's on loan at Norwich or somewhere, isn't he? And it's a good move for him. I think it's spot on. Hobnobs are the goats. Jersey boy knows what's up. Hobnobs are the goats. Juve have gone 1-up in that game. Thank you for the update in the chat there, by the way. From Rudy, thank you, mate. Sandro put Juventus 1-0 up against Malmo in that game. So we have had a goal in that one. Thank you very much for the update, dude. Digestives are great, especially the chocolate ones. Yeah, absolutely. Chocolate or plain hobnobs? Chocolate. But, look, don't get me started on shrinkflation, by the way, because it's my pet peeve in life. But yeah, the hobnobs, man. Do you remember hobnobs? Hobnobs, you used to have to get a team of people to lift the hobnob. Do you know what I mean? You and the missus would be lifting the hobnob to get it into the tea and dunk it. But these days, man, they're nearly see-through. It's ridiculous. They're fooling nobody. Get yourself down to Lidl or Aldi and get some Oaties instead. Some B-Tech cheapy hobnobs. At least they're a decent size. It's nearly see-through these days. I remember I used to have to get the whole estate to come in and lift the chocolate hobnobs back in the day. 25, almost 26 minutes gone. We're still awaiting the opening goal in either of these two games. Custard creams are the goats. I'm glad you said that, Kid Cranky, because I like a bit of custard cream now, but the missus have none of it. She refuses to buy them. I have to go out in the QT to get the custard creams in. Do you know what I mean? Hide them around the gaff and all. Bayern, good chance. Bayern, blocked. Still Bayern. That's a penalty, referee. He says get up. Not many appeals there from Bayern, but I tell you what, as I say this as well, Chelsea, have they got themselves a free kick? Because the referee deemed he's won the ball there. The referee deemed he won the ball. We're playing on in both games. Do take a second, ladies and gentlemen. Drop a like on the video, please, and hit that subscribe button. We're trying to grow the That's Football family. Opinions on Jaffa cakes. What are they? So what I mean? Are they a cake or are they a biscuit? Because if they're a biscuit, they're stale. And if they're a cake, it's an insult to cakes. So I think, again, anyone who eats Jaffa cakes have no time for you. No time for you. They're just, how can you eat Jaffa cakes when there's so many better options? Your opinion on Ansu Fati getting number 10. Obviously, it's a massive number to get at Barcelona there, Arian. And Ansu Fati is a good young footballer. Really, really talented. It's a massive shirt number to fill, you know, for want of a better phrase. But I do rate Ansu Fati as a player. So, yeah. But big shoes to fill. Obviously, massive shoes to fill there. Opinions on bourbons. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you for why I don't like bourbons. They're the only biscuit that my mother used to buy when I was growing up. I mean, look at me now. I'm a chunky motherfucker. But when I was growing up, my mother was really strict about sweets and treats and stuff like that. And she'd buy 1 packet of biscuits a week, a 6-packet of crisps, and she'd buy us all 1 large bar of chocolate. The only biscuits that she ever bought were bourbon cream. So as an adult, I stay away from them because I'm just sick of them. I just grew up eating bourbon cream. So they're a nice biscuit, but I just can't eat. I can't even look at them anymore. Whenever I see the word Jaffa in the chat, by the way, my nickname used to be Cop Jaffer, and people used to ask me why it was Jaffer, and I won't tell you why, it doesn't matter. Do I like shortbread? Of course, look at me. Do you know what I mean? Of course I like a bit of shortbread. Nothing beats a bit of Scottish shortbread. Still 0-0. Come on, the lads. Will you give us a few goals here to cheer on? Where's Mark? I assume he's probably on a bathroom floor somewhere, clutching at a picture of Sir Alex Ferguson right now, tears streaming down his face, going, but Alex, why? That's all I can imagine. That's where I envision Mark is right now, on the bathroom floor, in tears, clutching his Sir Alex Ferguson teddy bear or something, I don't know. But he isn't gloating about 3 points in the L Champions League because it's Manchester United, nil point. Thoughts on Vinicius Jr.? I don't like that we started this calling him Vinny thing, by the way, in commentary. I don't like that. I don't like the way they're trying to shoehorn in Vinny. Vinicius Jr. sounds so much better than Vinny. Vinny sounds like your dodgy mate that sells some, you know, some iffy Wi-Fi or some iffy electronics around the corner. Vinicius Jr. sounds like a Brazilian footballer. Right, here we go. Chelsea moving the ball out left side. Barca on the attack as well. Memphis Depay pulls it back. Well defended by Bayern. They've cleared that one, but it's back with Busquets. Chelsea now starting to rank up the pressure, or ratchet up the pressure, I should say, against Zenit St. Petersburg as well. Thoughts on Wolves? Good club. No issues with Wolves, man. Dave has a party from Talking Wolves, a good friend of ours, and makes great content as well. Bayern on the attack, edge of the box, Muller. Kimmich. Offside, yeah, I thought he was offside, to be fair. Referee assistance flag finally goes up. Someone said go to McDonald's order. I don't really eat that much kind of McDonald's, Burger King type stuff. I'd be more, a Chinese or something, but probably 2 cheeseburgers and 6 chicken nuggets with curry dip. That's probably my go-to McDonald's order. 2 plain cheeseburgers, and I don't like the double ones. So yeah, I'm being weird here. 2 plain cheeseburgers, 6 nuggets, and a sweet curry dip. Job done. 2 sweet curry dips, because I'll be dipping the cheeseburger into them as well. Opinions on your mom. My opinions on my mom is that she took her own life, Enrique. And if you ever fucking message or mention my mother again on a stream, mate, so help me God, I will fucking find you. So my mother killed herself, mate. And if you're asking me my opinions on my mum, it's that she's 6 foot under, mate, and being eaten by maggots. But you know what I mean? You carry on, dickhead. So you're gone. Such a low-life scumbag. Anyway, we carry on. We move. We have a bit of fun, ladies and gentlemen. What's your Nando's order? I can actually give you this with some authority because I was in Nando's only the other day. Plainish. I'm really boring, man. A double chicken burger, plainish. Remove one of the bits of chicken from it and eat it with the plain chips, and then go back and have my chicken burger. But yeah, I'm a plainish man. Yeah, I mean, no need for sympathy in the chat, folks. It is what it is. I've been very open about this. Both my parents, my dad drank himself to death. My mum committed suicide. It is what it is. We move on. That's why I'm trying to be so upbeat and enjoy my life, because I said this before. I turned 40 at the weekend. If I hit 50, I will be the first in my immediate bloodline in 4 generations to hit 50. My great-granddad died in his 30s. My granddad was 38. My dad was 45. And I'm now 40. So I'm just trying to live life and have fun. So I ain't got time for idiots in the chat that aren't here to contribute. If you want to contribute to the community, I'll give you love no matter what. But you come in here and act like a twat. Bye-bye. To me or anybody. Because the same rules apply to my chat. Because when I'm in this seat, that's my chat. And I look out for my chat and I look out for the community. So you show respect to everyone, you get it back. You don't show respect, you're gone. And I know Mark will agree with me on that one. Respect is a minimum. And you guys have been amazing to me. And I love you dearly. Oh, 1-0. 1-0. We've got our first goal. Muller. I don't know if it's taken a deflection, but Andre Ter Stegen didn't move. Didn't even move. And it is 1-0 to Bayern Munich. We have our first goal of the night in the games that we're covering. Keep your head up, bro. Said bro sound effect. Much love, my man. But we do have a goal. Bayern 1-0 up at the new camp. Just change that score. I can only imagine it took a deflection because there's no way Ter Stegen would have been stuck. Let's have a look here. Muller picks it up. Yeah, takes a big deflection. Big deflection off the back of, was it Pedri? Yeah, and it wrong foots Ter Stegen. Nothing the keeper could do about that, in fairness. But it is Barcelona 0, Bayern Munich 1 at the Bernabeu, or not the Bernabeu, at the new camp, excuse me. Thomas Muller with the goal. Good attitude to have. What else can I do, Stuart? You know, I've been through that, and then I've ended up with a breakdown in a mental health hospital myself, mate. In my mid-20s, and I've rebuilt my life. I've tried to drag myself up by the shoelaces to give my family a better life, man, and I'm quite happy with how things have turned out. So, you know, what can I do other than try and make my life fun and the life of my family as good as possible, and that's all I'm trying to do. But yeah, let's have some fun. It's party time. When Ballbridge is in the house, it's party time, my friends. You'll get no low energy streams from me, folks. It's all high energy fun. So let's have a laugh. Let's keep going. I don't know who the assist was, by the way. Somebody asked. I'll rewind the TV back for you, mate, so I can tell you who will potentially have got the assist. 1 second, dude. Right, hang on. Who got the assist? Sané. Leroy Sané. Rabadan, how are you? My man said, I hope Klopp and his good friend David Wagner have a great Zoom talk tonight. Wonderful game in Switzerland with great Solskjaer tactics, said Rabadan. Just rubbing the salt in a little bit there, mate. You love to see it. Well done. Well played, sir. 10 minutes ago in the first half in both these games, it's still scoreless at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 0, Zenit St. Petersburg 0. Are you going to carry on doing the watch-alongs on Anfield agenda? Still unsure, Jake. Tomorrow, yes, I'll be there for the game against AC Milan. But I'm not sure as of yet, mate, whether I'll carry on or not. I'm still trying to figure it out. But I will be there tomorrow, so I hope to catch you on Anfield agenda tomorrow. As well as on here, of course. Mark will be covering the games on That's Football, so jump between the two channels by all means. Barca are so poor now. I know it's like a shadow, isn't it, David, mate, of the team that we've all become accustomed to at Barca. You know, Messi can cover up a lot of deficiencies, can't he? You know, when you've got Lionel Messi in the side, you've got the opportunity to bang in a few goals. You know, he can make all the difference. I honestly thought that Chelsea would have blown Zenit away here, but still awaiting the first goal in that one. Would I want to visit Canada? Absolutely, mate. My wife has... Sabrina? Is it 3 sets of aunties and uncles in Canada?
2 aunties, 1 uncle.
Yeah, so she's got 3 sets of aunts and uncles in Canada. We've been there once. It was a long time ago, but yeah, I mean, love Canada, mate. So hopefully get back over there at some point. Just in the outskirts of Toronto, Mississauga, I think. My day's been good, Kubrick, my man. Good. Always good when I get to come on here and chat with you guys about football. How couldn't life be good? Did you know they had a court case to determine whether Jaffa cakes were a cake or a biscuit? I don't know, but I need to know now, my man. Muffadal, that is class. I can only assume that was something to do with taxation or something like that. It has to be. But I love it. And what was the outcome? That's class. That's my type of court case right there. That's the greatest legal minds in the world should be on these type of cases. Where's your go-to holiday? It's usually 2 places, mate. It's usually Orlando. We've been there loads of times with the family. Or Turkey. They're the 2 places. Although saying that, we're going to Spain next month. But usually Orlando or Turkey, the go-to spots. Turkey is the country I'd probably like to retire to at some point. Barca on the attack. Frankie de Jong, it's just over his head. It was clipped in from the left side of the penalty area. Frankie de Jong was making a run to the 6-yard box, but it was just over his head. I just need to mute my mic here because I need to cough, folks. Hang on. Favourite beer? I'm not really a drinker, but you know, if I was to have a beer, San Miguel or Corona, probably the 2 favourites. You go to Orlando twice a year. Very lucky. Central Ballers. It's a wonderful place. You know, we've been there. I think we've been there 7 times, 6 times with the kids, and that's an amazing spot, isn't it? I mean, you'd spend a bleeding fortune over there, but it's a great spot. This is a snooze fest. I know you're not talking about me, Toby, my man, because look at me. I'm an all singing, all dancing, all hairless wonder. So definitely couldn't be talking about me there, Toby. I refuse to believe it, sir. Best ever Mr. Kipling cake. It's a French fancy, isn't it? It's got to be a French fancy. It's got to be, sir. It's got to be. Why not Guinness? You're Irish. That's it, mate, because we all only eat potatoes and drink Guinness. That's all we do, sure. We're hoping to get an old bucket of electricity sent over soon as well to bring us into the 21st century. But sure, we're all only over here eating potatoes and drinking Guinness and fighting out in the fields. Jesus, mate, do you want to be any more stereotypical? What's your most useless talent? This is a good. This. There, that's my most useless talent. I'm double jointed my fingers. Don't know how that will, help me in life, but you did ask for the most useless one. Right, let's have a look at the game, see if we've any score updates. Villarreal have equalised at home against Atalanta, so it's 1-1 now in that one. What's your opinion on Burger King? XL bacon double cheeseburger. That's my opinion. That's all I eat at Burger King. Chelsea have a corner here. I'm keeping an eye on that game. 5 minutes to go in the first half in both of these games. Chelsea with a set piece opportunity here. Ball in. Keeper comes and gets a strong hand on it, and it's cleared away by Zenit. Jean Pablo, how are you, my man? Thank you for the super chat. Said, I'm half Mexican and I hate Corona. I'm a Guinness man. I think we were swapped at birth. Potentially, but you are half Mexican, mate. You know, I'll give a shout out to Mezcal. I remember being in Mexico, mate, and drinking some shots of Mezcal, and look, the rest is a blur, pal. That's all I'm going to say to you. But I think us Mexicans and Irish people, I think we're quite similar, you know. Ball into the penalty area by Bayern. PK's there to carry it out. It's been pretty much, I won't say all Bayern, because Barca have had moments, but Bayern have definitely looked worthy of their 1-goal lead in that game. What movies do I love? I'm not really a big movie person. I'd be more stand-up comedy and stuff like that, and documentaries perhaps. Favourite wrestler? Can I have two? Because I'm a little bit greedy like that. Stone Cold Steve I was going to say Stone Cold Steve Autism, because that's what somebody called me once and I pissed myself laughing. Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. Who scored? Thomas Muller, but it took a huge deflection. Hi, and where would you like to go in the world? Australia. I'd love to visit Australia, mate. Myself and my missus, we both turned 40 this year, and our original plan had always been to go and spend a month in Australia when we hit 40, but can't do it obviously because of where the world is now. But yeah, I definitely hope to get to Australia and visit it properly at some point. Tuchel there and double navy. I'm alright, Thomas, now. Relax there, fella. Favourite UFC fight? It's got to be McGregor Aldo, mate. Sorry, it's got to be. I know it was only 13 seconds long. Ooh! Beautiful set piece delivery there from Hakim Ziyech. Almost scored directly from the corner. But it goes behind for a goal kick to Zenit. Dangerous animals in Australia? Yeah, but they'd be being faced by a dangerous Irish animal, mate. Do you know what I mean? Look at me. Double hard bastard, me. South Africa is definitely another good shot. I see somebody says come to Cape Town. Excuse me. South Africa looks beautiful. Table Mountain and some of the spots in South Africa look absolutely gorgeous. Biggest bet win? About $4,500, I think. Maybe a little bit above that, but bear in mind when I would bet, I usually bet quite high stakes. So about $4,500, I'd say. But that would have been off a fairly hefty stake of a couple of £100. Only dangerous animal in Australia is the government. I want to go to Australia for one weird reason. Alright, I want to drink tea through a Tim Tam. I know, it's odd, it's strange. Some people are going to look at me and go, what's a Tim Tam? From what I believe, I think it's like a penguin bar. But yeah, apparently drinking tea through a Tim Tam has to be done at some point in life. So, we'll do that. Loving the hoodie, looks good on you. Thank you, mate. That's really kind of you. I got this on a black version of it in the sale on the Nike website at one point. So I do love me a bit of Jordan. I've got a few pairs of Air Jordans as well. But thank you, man. Appreciate that. Did I see the Townsend goal yesterday? I was doing the game on Hero Sheen, and it was unbelievable, mate. I mean, I was saying at the time for Everton to go, and look, I'm a Liverpool fan. I've got no interest picking up Everton, but for them to go 1-0 down and show the courage that they did to come back into it, and Townsend, just a worldie of a strike. What a strike. And then the ball as well. The ball from Decore through to what's his name? The young guy that's come in. The young guy who scored the third goal. Sorry, I can't remember his name at the minute, but what a ball that was from Decore as well. And a great finish. They deserved the win. They had a fourth after that was ruled out correctly. But Yeah, it was very impressive. Yeah, she had Damari Gray, thank you. Yes, Damari Gray. Tidy finish from him as well, but what a ball. Woo! The ball from the Corey was sensational. Are Chelsea playing well? You get the feeling it'll be one of them games Chelsea will grind out 1 or 2-0. There's a yellow card being flashed now to Azpilicueta for a foul on one of the Zenit players by the referee, so Azpilicueta's gone into the book. He only cost 1 million. Is that true? I don't know how much he did cost, but it was a great finish. It's half time, by the way, at the new camp. It is Barcelona 0, Bayern Munich 1. Thomas Muller with the goal after a big deflection. We are still in the first half at Stamford Bridge, where it's still Chelsea 0, Zenit St. Petersburg 0. So I'll keep you up to date with that one. 1.6 or 1.7 million. That is, what can you say? Do you know what I mean? Obviously don't like Everton very much, but he's already scored 3 and 3 or 3 and 4 or something like that. So yeah, I mean, good return. It is now half time at the Bridge, so in that game as well, it is 0-0. So look, we have half time, ladies and gentlemen. The floor is yours. Let me know what you'd like to chat about. We'll have a little bit of fun at half time. So, bring your comments in. Let me know what you want to discuss. And yeah, we'll go from there. A lot of people asking me about questions of compare this, and this. I don't like to compare footballers. I'm somebody that doesn't like to do it because I believe if you had, I'll just pick one at random there to talk about. The Gerrard Scholes Lampard debate. I'm somebody that doesn't give a shit what people think about it because we had Gerrard. I wouldn't swap him for the world. United fans had Scholes. I bet they wouldn't swap him. And Chelsea fans had Lampard. So my view on it is, enjoy the player that was at your club, and yeah, of course, respect the 3 footballers, but I don't like to compare. Do you know what I mean? They all had their own attributes, but most importantly, they all brought big moments to the clubs that they were playing for. And I'll always just look back at Stevie G as a living legend, of course. What songs do I like? I love such an eclectic range of music, right? So I'd go all the way from Garth Brooks, and yeah, I said it, Garth Brooks, and I hear we might be doing a tour in 2022, so fingers crossed on that one. So anything from Garth Brooks through to Drake, to Jay-Z, to Lil Wayne, all the way through to cheesy stuff like Backstreet Boys or anything. If it's a tune, it's a tune, and I'll sing and hum along to it. Are you surprised by the Juventus score right now? What is their score right now? Well, they're playing Malmo, so whatever the score is, I won't be that surprised. 3-0. No, they're playing Malmo. Dybala with a penalty, Morata with a goal, and Alexandro as well. No, they should be winning that, to be fair. But still, they're getting the job done, so they deserve credit for it. I don't know, I'm not being a hater. Who would win in a fight, a gorilla or a lion? I gotta go with a gorilla in that one, man. I know the lion has the speed and all, but you imagine if that gorilla gets hold of that lion, it's good night, liney boy. Why do I stay awake till 6 a.m? It's just the way I'm wired, Oscar, mate. I've been involved in a lot of nighttime work and stuff throughout my life. As I was a taxi driver, I worked for an online poker company, but it was mainly looking after the American market. So I was doing late nights there, and I just kind of always liked the peace and quiet of nighttime. So, for instance, my family would go to bed, and I would have a chance to do my research or listen to some podcasts, and I just kind of got into the habit of being more productive at nighttime. So it's probably not very healthy, but I've just always been that way. Do I have tats? Yes, mate. I've got loads of them. I've got a full one sleeve and then a half sleeve, and then I've got some on my leg. I mean, I don't think I can really get this one up all the way, but yes, mate. I have basically 2 sleeves. Well, 1.5 sleeves. Do I like F1? It's alright. I watch bits and pieces of it. My son's quite big into it. What was driving a taxi like? It was alright. I was very fortunate. I never really had any really scary moments or anything like that. Yeah, some fun nights driving a taxi. It's a very difficult industry though, because when you're self-employed like that, it's very easy to slip into a pattern of taking a day off, so you've got to be very driven to bit of a pun, but yeah, you've got to be fairly driven in your personality to go out there. And it's hard when you're doing the Friday nights, the Saturday nights, because that's when the money was. So yeah, it was a tough industry, but I never had any real problems, thankfully. Do your tattoos represent anything? I've got the time that my 2 kids were born on my wrist. You can't probably see that. I've got the date that I was married here on my arm. But other than that, I've got one on my leg that kind of represents me and my son. I've got a 9-year-old autistic son, Lucas, and I've Asperger's, so we're both on the spectrum. So I've got a tattoo that kind of represents that. But yeah, no, not really. I'd like to say that they're all sentimental or something, but they're not. Weirdest meeting with a fan. I don't have fans, man. I say this all the time. I don't think that I'm somebody I'm a normal fella. Do you know what I mean? I've had a little bit of luck in this industry, but I don't have fans. I have other football mates, is the way I look at it. So, always had very positive interactions with people. For instance, last weekend we were over in Leeds and Bradford for the Josh Warrington fight. We were over there watching Katie Taylor as well, and you know, a load of people when we were out and about in Bradford came up and said hello and sound. I mean, nothing but positive interactions. I always urge people, if you see me out and about, come up and say hello, because I've had messages from people who said, oh, I'd seen you and your family in Universal Studios when you were there with your kids a few years ago, and I wanted to come up and say hi, but I didn't want to disturb you. And while I absolutely respect somebody trying to let someone have their family privacy like that, come up, man, I'm an approachable dude. Come up and say hello. And yeah, come up and say hello and let me get a chance to say thank you. Because that's why I like to meet people. I like to say thank you for watching anything I do or being kind enough to comment on it. So yeah, always come up, say hello, and let me say thank you to you for the support. Ever been to Preston? I haven't, mate. No, not yet. Boyzone or Backstreet Boys? Backstreet's back. Alright, do. Think that answers your question? Tell me what. Oh, don't get me started, because I'll whip out the Backstreet Boys routine, and there is a routine. Did I enjoy the Shimika's cameos? Looks like a trier. Yeah, and actually, I was doing my predicted 11 on Anfield Agenda for the game tomorrow, and I actually would give Shimika's the start tomorrow to give Robbo a little bit of a rest ahead of the Palace game. Banzunu or Kelleher? Mate, I've got to be entirely honest with you. Obviously, as a Liverpool fan, I really like Caoimhín Kelleher, but you cannot take that jersey off Gavin Banzunu at the minute, because the man has been phenomenal in goal for Stephen Kenny. Manchester City player, obviously on loan at Portsmouth, but he looks like an absolute superstar in the making. And Caoimhín Kelleher is a fine goalkeeper, don't get me wrong, but Banzunu has been sensational in the games he's played. Opinions of Wrexham. Hollywood FC now. It's good that Ryan Reynolds and the guy from It's Always Sunny, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, bought them. But I don't really have much opinions after that. We're Solihull Moors here, aren't we, anyway? We're Solihull Moors, because That's Football sponsors the Solihull Moors ladies side. So the Solihull Moors all the way in here. You can keep your Wrexham. So yeah, Solihull Moors. Get yourselves down if you're going to watch any non-league football or anything. That's Football sponsored the ladies team as well. So nice touch that from Mr. Goldbridge. Why am I here? Says Wawa. Because you're not good enough to be here, Wawa. Your name kind of suggests it. Wah, wah, wah. Whereas I am, dude. Do you know what I mean? Ballbridge is in effect. I'm in the house.
The name you were thinking of is Rob McElhenney.
Yes, Rob McElhenney. Thank you, Sabrina. You'll hear my wife sporadically on streams every so often when I forget something, because I always forget stuff, and you'll hear her voice, but you'll never see her. It's like Arthur Daly with her indoors. You know she exists, but you'll never see her. Who is better, Mount or Foden? I told you earlier on, I don't do those things. Just enjoy both of them. They're both good footballers, both good young footballers. Keep the pressure off them, don't overhype them, let them develop, let them do their thing. And if you're looking at it from an English national perspective, look, you ain't complaining, are you? And if you're looking at it from a club perspective, again, just enjoy whichever one's at your club. Ballbridge versus Goldbridge boxing fight. Well, look, it wouldn't be fair for starters. I'm trying to be fair to me here. I'm probably about 4 stone heavier than him, maybe at least. This really is Mark, just bald. No, you forgot and funnier and more charming and more handsome, mate. You forgot that part. Or ghosts? Any ghost stories? Yeah, Arsenal. The ghost of trophies past, where they shall remain. Sorry, mate, you set me up there. I had to pick the low hanging fruit. I couldn't help myself. Nah, just bald, says Ryan. That's alright, Ryan, man. You paid away, man. It's all good. I don't take it to heart, Ryan. You're entitled to your opinion, buddy. I'm the one sitting in the chair here, mate. You ain't, so it's all good. You carry on, mate. I'm having a great time tonight, by the way. Thank you for the fun, ladies and gents. It's it's great fun. And appreciate you giving me a warm welcome as always. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we are at half time. There is plenty of time left for us to have a bit of fun tonight. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video as well. Help the That's Football family head towards 530,000 subscribers. And again, if you want to catch me on my own channel, feel free to jump over to Anfield Agenda at any point and say hi. Tomorrow, Mark will be on here taking care of the Champions League games. I'll be back on Thursday for Leicester and Napoli in the Europa League, and I'll be on Anfield Agenda tomorrow, of course, for the Liverpool game. What's Asperger's? It's a form of autism, mate. It's the autism spectrum is obviously wide-ranging, and you know I would be a very high-functioning person, but Asperger's is the form of autism that I have, and to me, it doesn't affect my life hugely. I've got hearing sensory issues and I've got huge anxiety issues, but other than that, I'm pretty high functioning, mate. I do normal stuff. I think differently. I've a very dark sense of humour, but yeah, it's a form of autism, mate. It's on the spectrum. Favourite TV show? Only Fools and Horses. That has to be the answer, especially for anybody of my generation. What football app are you using to watch the match on your iPhone? I'd rather not say. Put it right now, though. I'm feeling it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I won't say what app I'm using, but let me just say this to you. Right now, I'm in the zone. I'm feeling it and I'm in the zone right now. I feel like I'm really putting out good content because I'm in the zone. What do I think of Feyenoord? I immediately think of Dirk Kuyt when I think of Feyenoord. How do you think Besiktas will do in the Champions League? I don't know, but I tell you what. I've said it before, I'll say it again. That Besiktas crowd are top notch. Do you remember Werner had to come off playing against Besiktas because he couldn't take the Vodafone Arena's audio levels? It's class. So yeah, Besiktas, Turkish football fans are top tier. So yeah, I hope they do well. Cows or chickens? Well, until chickens start producing beef, my man, I'm team cow in that one. Boiled egg. Yes, brilliant, mate. You can also call me Daddy, Shazib, if you'd like to. If that's better for you than calling me boiled egg, you can also call me Daddy. Because, you know, I am the housewife's favourite, so just tell... I said hi. How many times to go to a pub? I've never... No, I lie to you. I've lived in this town 11 years. Maybe just over 11 years. And I've been to a pub once in this town. And that was because there was a family event that was on down here. So, I don't go to pubs, mate. I'm not a drinker, really, so... Is your mum dead? Yes, mate. I said this earlier on. She unfortunately took her own life with an overdose, mate. But you've asked a question. You haven't been rude. So you've asked the question. Happy to answer it, mate. But yes, unfortunately, my mum is passed. Boring bridge. Ah, Jamie. Who hurt you, mate? Tell us who it was, Jamie. It's alright, dude. If there's one thing, you label a lot of stuff at me, fella. Do you know, you can tell me my football opinions are crap. You can tell me I'm bald or overweight. But you'll never call me boring, fella. Because that's one thing I just amn't. You call me a lot of stuff, but boring ain't one of them, dude. But that's alright, mate. You go cry into your nil point. It's alright. I'll still be here. Represent, man. Fronting up, having a bit of fun. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna be. Yeah, yeah. I don't know where the rest of the song is. I don't know where I'm going with that. Sorry. Yeah, my voice is not feeling it, love. Do you know what I mean? I'm not in the tempo here. Ever been to Waterford? Yes, mate. It's not that far down the road. Right, we're about to get underway in the second halves anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Boring Bridge will take you through the second halves. So yeah, as I said, second half in both games about to get underway. As we stand, it's Barcelona 0, Bayern Munich 1, Chelsea 0, Zenit St. Petersburg 0. I couldn't finish the chorus, mate. I was running out of air. I'm still getting over a sinus infection, which is why my voice sounds a little bit raspy. But yeah, I couldn't. I hadn't got the lung capacity to finish it. Apologies. I couldn't butcher the song anymore. Where did I watch the 0405 final? In the Mofo Stadium, mate. That's where I watched it. Right, we're on the way. I'm starting the clock because we're on the way in the Chelsea game. Yeah, I was lucky enough to be there, dude. And in Athens in 07 for the loss against AC Milan. But hi, mate. Love you. Do I like Paddy the Baddy? Absolutely. Paddy Pimblett he's a proper character. I love Paddy. I don't know the lad. I've interacted with him on Twitter, but I'm all for him. Paddy out there calling Instagram lizards. I mean, who doesn't love it? Yeah, definitely want Paddy Pimblett to do well in the UFC. Nothing but respect for the guy. Right, well, as I said, we're back underway in both games now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try and keep you up to date with both Barcelona, Bayern, and of course Chelsea, Zenit. Hashtag Craig's better than Goldbridge. If I could dab, dude, I'd be dabbing. But thank you for the love. Feeling Chelsea are going to score a couple in this second half. Does anybody else have that vibe? Cardiff or Swansea? Neither, mate. I wouldn't really have an opinion either way, to be fair. Do I like rugby? As a casual to watch it, yes, but I wouldn't say I'd be an avid viewer. Have I watched Peaky Blinders? I tried to, but I couldn't get into it. I know I'm in the minority there, by the way. I know most people love it. I could only watch a season of it and I just couldn't get into it. Have I ever tried Bookie? I think you mean Bookfast. No, I've not had the pleasure of trying Bookfast. Ziyech with a strike there. Keeper gets down and saves it. Chelsea starting to, as I said, ratchet up the pressure a little bit here. Good hold up play by Lukaku. Ball then breaks out of the box to Ziyech, who hits it first time. Then a keeper gets down and smothers it. Have I ever eaten cabbage? No, mate. The smell of it's rotten. Do I play fantasy? Yes, I do. Not very well, mind you, but yeah, I do. Bayern moving the ball from right to left here, trying to draw Barca on. Sané. Again, Bayern have the lead. They try and slip through there, but the great Lewandowski lost his footing. Do I play FIFA? No, I don't, mate. I'm not really a gamer. Have I played Soggy Biscuit? It would be called Wet the Biscuit over here, mate, but no, of course not. How did you and Mark meet? Best thing since Anton Deck. Do you know, weirdly, we've never physically met. I've never had a chance to shake Mark's hand or, sit down and have a chat with him in person. The first time we ever had any interaction was he popped into an Anfield Agenda stream when we were tiny, 2,000 subs or something. And kind of just sort of kept in contact. Mark's always been really good to me with regards to advice or anything like that. And I've loads of meltdowns, so he's usually good to help me put stuff in perspective. But yeah, amazingly, we haven't actually physically met, which we got to sort out, obviously. Player to watch out for tomorrow for Liverpool. I don't expect any changes, mate, for anyone to watch out for. I don't think there'll be any major surprises. I mean, maybe swapping around left back, or we might see a change at centre back, but I don't think we'll see any youngsters brought in. Obviously, Harvey Elliott had his operation today, and it's great news to hear he came through that okay. Celtic or Rangers. Jamie, in all honesty, mate, I don't watch Scottish football. Oh, look, somebody else is just putting the egg emojis in to remind us of the amount of points United have in the Champions League, which would be nil point. I keep telling you, whack those egg emojis in. All you're doing is reminding me that Les Jesse Lingard helped Young Boys to win 2-1. Would you go on driving with Goldbridge? I think I might be in the next series of it. He's got to work his way down to the tiers of celebrities till he gets to the dregs, and then, I'll probably be called up. Rudiger here, carrying the ball forward for Chelsea. All the way, he keeps going, nobody stops him. Gets into the penalty area, fires it just wide. That was a great breakout there by Antonio Rudiger, who's really in good form for Chelsea in recent while. How tall am I? 5'10". Opinions on Zlatan, that he's nowhere near as good as he thinks he is. He literally came out the other day and said that he's better than Ronaldo and Messi. I mean, come on, man. Let's be fair. Like, you're a good footballer, Zlatan, but you're not up there with the Ronaldos and the Messis of this world, dude. Can you do the West Ham Zagreb game on Thursday night like you do tonight? I can certainly say it to Mark, man, yeah. If I'm going to be on doing the Leicester game, why not? No problem covering two at once. Do I think Depay will succeed at Barca? Yes. And, I wouldn't have... I've got to be humble about this and be honest. I thought that was a bit of a nothing signing for Barca, but he's really taken the mantle of Barcelona there and... scored some goals for them, so I don't think he'll be a Messi, but he's certainly going to be better for them than Luke de Jong. Did Lewandowski score? No, mate, it was Thomas Müller, but it took a massive deflection. Referee's given a free kick here to Barca. Busquets had his pocket pinched by Goretzka, but the referee said it was unfair. As I say, this Chelsea again really ratcheting up the pressure here, but Zenit are on the counter. Nice ball to the centre. They're doing well. Zenit 51 minutes in there to keep it at 0-0. I thought Chelsea would have beaten Zenit rather easily, to be honest with you. Ball into the box. Good defending though, and I think it goes behind for another corner. Zenit shown they've come to play. Am I from Ireland? Indeed I am, Nathan. Yes, mate. What's your opinion on Spurs? I don't look, it's very difficult to say anything that hasn't been said about Spurs. What I will say is they've got a magnificent stadium. I've been in it. It's fantastic. I'll be there for the Joshua fight as well. I can't wait. They've done well to keep Kane. I just didn't really understand the appointment of Nuno because, Spurs have a brand of football they like to play, and it usually involves attacking football. Oh, hang on. Sané, good stop by Ter Stegen. Drops to Lewandowski. His control lets him down, but Bayern could have and probably should have been 2-0 up there. But a good stop from Ter Stegen to deny Leroy Sané. I just don't think it's the right manager for the brand of football that they say they want to play. But Nuno's a good manager, don't get me wrong. What did I think of Mayo against Tyrone? I didn't get a chance to watch it, Ronan. I was doing a stream here. I was doing Chelsea, Aston Villa on That's Football at the time. But great result for Tyrone. And look, the hoodoo for Mayo in All-Ireland finals continues. AJ or Usyk? Look, I can't see Usyk being able to trouble AJ. Boxing skills-wise, you would say Usyk is the better technician. But I don't see him being able to gain Joshua's respect with power. He didn't even, like Chisora, he wasn't able to put Chisora away as an example. He outboxed them, but Chisora had moments of joy, and I just think AJ will get the job done. But it's going to be an interesting fight. Again, Bayern pushing. Barca just about clear it. Again, Zenit still doing well, still pressing here against Chelsea. Another set piece opportunity for them, a corner right hand side. Favourite vegetable? Baked beans. That's about the closest thing to a vegetable I'm eating. I've never been to Southport, Connor, so I can't give you a rating on Southport, mate. Let's see what this corner comes to. Chelsea defending the corner. Zenit put the ball in. Again, well defended by Chelsea, though. Cleared at the near post. Second ball. Zenit trying to work the opportunity. They drag it wide. It's a goal kick to Chelsea. Alex just reminding us all of nil point for United there. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate those zeros you put into the chat there. Love from Zimbabwe. Love right back to you, Sammy, my man. Thank you so much for the support. Fury would bang AJ out. Yeah, look, I agree. I think in theory Fury should win that fight, but it's heavyweight boxing. They're both big lads. If either one of them connect, you know, that's what makes it interesting. There's not think many people would disagree with you that Fury is certainly the better technician, certainly has, for a man of his size, unbelievable footwork. But we won't have the answers till we see the fight, will we, really? But they both have jobs to do first. Fury's got to take care of Wilder and AJ's got to take care of Usyk. Chelsea on the attack, pull it back, and again it's hooked away by Zenit. Favourite out of Coronation Street? Tyrone. Let's go with Tyrone. Favourite sweet? Are we talking about like non-chocolate sweets? In which case, Werther's original. Ten minutes gone in both the games here. The second half, we've only got one goal between the two of them. And that is Bayern Munich, who lead by Barcelona by Thomas Muller goal to 0. Dustin the Turkey, the Brigand, the Black, the Firma and the Noggin, the Brigand, the Black, the Firma and the Noggin. Sorry, again, very Irish thing there. Favourite drink, Diet Coke. Where in Ireland am I from? I grew up in Dublin, but I live in the south east now in Wexford. Another chance. Oh, it's at the inside of the post and it's followed in, but the flag's up, is it? No, they've given it, and it looks like Robert Lewandowski has made it 2-0 to Bayern Munich at the new camp. First strike hit the post, it rebounded out, and who was there for the rebound? Of course, it was the great Robert Lewandowski, and he doesn't miss when he's got an open goal. Robert Lewandowski makes it Bayern Munich 2-0 up away at the new camp. And again, Barcelona being shown up for the lack of depth that they have now these days, and good strike initially from the edge of the just inside the box. He's a mile onside Lewandowski. Comes back out to him. He reacts quickest and makes it 2-0 to Bayern Munich. Musiala with the original strike that rattled the post. It comes back. Lewandowski reacts first, uses his studs and just pushes it into the net to make it Bayern Munich 2 up against Barcelona. Not a great start to the Champions League for Barca, but to be honest, not really unexpected. John Murta said Barcelona bigger laughing stock than Ollie. Thank you for the super chat, my man. Again, we're still 0-0 in the Chelsea game, and Zenit are attacking here. Try a little reverse pass, but Chelsea sniff that danger out and start their own counter. Barca in the mud, absolutely, my man, absolutely. Do I think Lewandowski is overrated? No, I did. I've got to be honest. You know, I'm always honest. We'll try and be. I did think he was coming to an end a few years ago, but how wrong I was. But no, he's definitely not overrated. The man's a machine. So, updates as of now. Barcelona 0, Bayern Munich 2. Dynamo Kiev 0, Benfica 0. Obviously, results from earlier on. Young Boys 2, United 1. Villarreal 1, Atalanta 1 as a latest score. Sevilla 1, Salzburg 1 as a result from earlier on. Lyon 0, Wolfsburg 0, Chelsea 0, Zenit 0, and Malmo 0, Juventus 3 as things currently stand. Just keep an eye on this Chelsea game here as they're on the attack. Ball blocked. Jorginho back out. Chelsea still going. Azpilicueta pulls it back. Zenit cut it out though. They've defended well. Ronald Koeman looking to the bench now, and again they're looking towards youth really to come on and try and change this game, but it's going to be a hard watch for Barcelona fans for the next few years, I'd imagine. Lewandowski just gets better with age. He is just, I honestly feel so bad that he was robbed of a Ballon d'Or, by the way, when they cancelled the Ballon d'Or. Because he would have won it hands down that year. Do I like Turkish food? What I've tried of it, yes. And again, I'm a very fussy eater, but what I've tried of it, yes. What I'll say about Turkey is they know how to cook meat and they know how to cook rice. And that wins for me. Amir, thank you so much for the super chat, mate. You didn't put a comment in, but appreciate the support, dude. Are Chelsea or Zenit playing well? It's an end-to-end game. Gavi on now for Barcelona. They've sacrificed Busquets, brought him off. And they're also, who's the second one? Demir is coming on to replace Sergio Roberto as well in a double change there for Ronald Koeman as Barca tried to find a way back from 2-0 down. Thoughts on Huddersfield? I can honestly, hand on heart, say I've probably never really had many thoughts about Huddersfield. Only thoughts I probably had is when Klopp's mate, David Wagner, was managing them. And other than that, I don't really think about Huddersfield, dude. Thoughts on Divock Origi? That he should have moved in the summer, if I'm being entirely honest with you. You know, he didn't even make the match day squad for the last game, and I think that's fairly telling. Someone else saying, what's your opinions on Pedri? He's a tremendous talent, isn't he? Is Aguero playing? I don't even know if they've registered Sergio Aguero, have they? You know, there was a problem. He had signed a contract and all, but I don't know if Aguero's even registered at Barcelona, is he? I don't know if they ever freed up enough cash. I didn't follow that story well enough, to be honest. Let me just have a look at the bench anyway and see. Not on the bench. Ricky Puig, Sergino Dest, Neto, Coutinho, Longley, Mtisi, Pena, Gonzalez, Mingueza, Balde. Not on the bench. He's injured, of course he is. Not really a surprise there, but they did register him. Yeah, well, he's not on the bench, as you pointed out. He's injured, so. Where will Liverpool finish this season? Somewhere in the top 4. Honestly, and you can pick any spot and you can make an argument, but I think we'll definitely be top 4, and I hope we're fighting at the top end. His first training session and he got injured. I'm saying nothing. Great job, mate, as always, said Amir. Thank you so much, Amir. Really appreciate the support, and glad you're enjoying the streams. If you are enjoying the streams, folks, do me a couple of favours. Drop a like on the video. Let Goldbridge know the Ballbridge did a decent job. And also hit that subscribe button as well, because we want to keep growing the That's Football family. How is Depay doing? He's one of the few bright spots in a relatively bang average Barcelona team, let's be fair. And it's all Bayern here in the second half. Thoughts on Vindaloo? I've never tasted it, mate. It's far too spicy and adventurous for little old me. Chelsea have a decent set-piece opportunity here. Referee's coming across with a yellow card to book Ratinsky, or Ratinsky, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, for a foul on Mason Mount, right on the 90-degree angle of the edge of the 18-yard box, right-hand side. Someone said Liverpool should have signed a big name. I don't even think we needed to go and get a big name, mate. We just needed to go and get a forward. I mean, I would have happily had somebody like... I wouldn't have minded Neto if he hadn't been injured. Jeremy Doku, another name that's been linked to us for ages. So there was good value signings out there. And that's why I think a lot of us Liverpool fans were really disappointed we didn't add in another attacking player in the window. Hakim Ziyech coming off now to be replaced by Kai Havertz for Thomas Tuchel's men. He's kind of underwhelmed a little bit, Ziyech at Chelsea, would that be fair to say? Maybe that's a little bit harsh because it is in there amongst a very, very, very talented group of players, but I don't know, maybe you guys have a different view on it from me, but I just don't think he's been as impactful as perhaps many would have believed. 27 to go in that game. Chelsea have a free kick. Alonso whips it in with his left boot. Keeper comes and gets two hands on it. Second ball, it's blasted over the bar by Kovacic, and it'll be a goal kick to Zenit St. Petersburg. Still scoreless in that one. Molan said, "You're doing great, mate. Thank you, dude. Much appreciated." And thank you, C16 Football, as well. Barca 2-0, no surprise, said Emmanuel. I agree, mate. We said it before the game. You would expect, you'd expect Barca to get beaten here, in fairness. Calvin Phillips or Rice, they are both really good footballers. I mean, I wonder, look, Liverpool will never be in the conversation for Declan Rice, but I wonder will we see maybe Klopp will make a play for Calvin Phillips long term as a Henderson replacement? Have I been called an egg? Only about 5 million times, mate. But for somebody who isn't actually bald, it doesn't bother me. So it's just a waste of somebody's comment. What do I think about Lewis Ritson? Are we talking about boxing Lewis Ritson here? Just we'll confirm that one. In which case, Pride of Newcastle, mate, isn't he? Lukaku, ball whipped out right hand side here. As again, Chelsea push and press and trying to get the breakthrough at home. 25 to go. Barca again, good tracking back there from Memphis Depay, good pressure, but Bayern managed to maintain possession. No, they don't. They put it out for a throw in, and Barca have it left hand side. Again, Chelsea pushing here at Stamford Bridge, trying to get the breakthrough. Luke Davies, thank you for the super chat, mate. Much appreciated. Thoughts on Joey Barton? He's, the man speaks French like nobody else. Lash on a French accent, a few finger points, and we've all done it. Let's be honest. I do it when I'm on holidays all the time. Try and speak the lingo without actually knowing a word of it. Just whacking the accent on. Full on Joey Barton. Barca as bad as their kit, says Jamie Henn. I do not disagree with you, sir. I do not disagree with you. Okay, there's always an arsehole in the chat. Greenwood is better than Salah all around. Is he, mate? Okay, well, show me the season he scored 25 goals or the season he scored 44 in. He hasn't. Oh, right, of course he hasn't. Because he's only a youngster. And he's a very talented youngster who is going to go really far in the game. But, like, it's statements like that will make people laugh at you and will make people put too much pressure on Greenwood. So instead of bigging up Greenwood to a point where I'm sitting here breaking my heart laughing at you, just allow the lad to develop, because he's a wonderful talent and a great footballer. So stop coming out with stupid statements like that will just have me laughing at you and put unnecessary pressure on Greenwood. Let him develop. He's a talent. My God. Bald head. Brilliant, Raheel. I'd like to see you, mate, but oh no, look, you're just another pussy hiding behind a fake profile picture. Thought so, mate. I'll be still here collecting these W's, buddy. You be you. Bald head, big nuts. 24 to go. Calvin Phillips will leave in the summer. He's becoming too good for Leeds, said AD Booth. I think, yeah, look, as I said, I wonder will Klopp maybe look at Calvin Phillips as a potential long-term Jordan Henderson successor. Love you, Craig, he said, the Camping Pigeon. What a name! The Camping Pigeon. That I often accuse people, mate, of not being original, but the Camping Pigeon. What a name. You love to see it. Well played. Please sack Ollie. It's not my place to do so, mate, but if I did have the opportunity to sack him, I wouldn't. I'd leave him right there where he is. Because he's at the wheel, Tell me, United fans, tonight, how does it feel? It's feeling pretty good at my end. Sweet is what Jesse Lingard said as we passed the ball to the young boys player who stroked it into the net in the 5th minute of additional time to end United's hopes of any points tonight. Whoopsies! Am I Stephen Kenny in or Stephen Kenny out? Stephen Kenny in. And look, I understand people will look at the results and say that he's not done great for Ireland, but look at the players we have and look at the lack of investment in infrastructure in the Irish game. So leave Stephen Kenny where he is, let him finish off the World Cup qualifying campaign, see if the team starts to show signs of improvement, and look at it after that. Ball in. Lukaku, 1-0. 1-0. Big man Lukaku, like we said, Chelsea probably got a couple. That's what he was bought for. Moments like that right there. Ball into the penalty area. Romelu Lukaku rises above with a powerful header. Bottom corner. 1-0 Chelsea. That's why you buy them. That's why you buy these players, to deliver on the occasions like that. Ball into the box, and when we see Lukaku rising to get his head on it, we knew where it was going. That's why you're paying just shy of £100 million for lads that can do that. For lads that can make the difference. Romelu Lukaku with the opener. Chelsea have their breakthrough at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 1, Zenit St. Petersburg 0. Just talk you through the goal here. Chelsea moved the ball across from left to right. Ball whipped in, I think, by Azpilicueta. Romelu Lukaku gets above, nods it down. Textbook header, low and hard. No keeper, no chance. Excellent. Excellent header by Lukaku. Very good goal. Great delivery as well. And that's why you pay the big bucks for men like Lukaku to do that. Great ball in by Azpilicueta. Look at that. Lukaku watched it all the way. Guided it down into the corner. Good goal. Credit where it's due. Good goal from Lukaku. Good ball in from Azpilicueta as well. And Chelsea take the lead. And look, it had been coming. They've been ratcheting up the pressure there on Zenit. And again, as I said, you pay the big bucks, you want them to deliver. Lukaku tonight, there, bang, 1-0. You got to give credit, you know what I mean? What can you do but give credit? Ain't no hateration, holleration in this dancery. It's all calling it as it is, and that was a fine goal from Chelsea and Lukaku. So, yeah, fair play. You can't stop the shine. I love it. We're taking that Mullen. Stop the shine. Can't stop the shine. You can't stop the shine. Can't stop the shine. Well, have it, mate. That's the team song now, and that's football for Ballbridge. Can't stop the shine. Well played, sir. I don't even care if you were taking the piss out of me. Well played. Stop the shine. Can't stop the shine. You can't stop the shine. 20 minutes to go in both games. Thoughts on onion rings? I'm not a fan myself, to be honest with you. Best balled 11, me, everywhere. Left back, right back, centre forward, midfield. Might bring Joe Rogan in just for the laugh, a bit of muscle in midfield. But apart from that, it's a team of me's really, isn't it? Might bring The Rock in just because it's The Rock. Who scored for Chelsea? Lukaku. Very good header and an excellent delivery. So Chelsea worked the ball across from left to right all the way. A couple of passes across the box. It came to Azpilicueta, who whipped a right foot across in, and it was expertly tucked away by Romelu Lukaku, who rose above the defender and headed it down and low as you would have expected, and no chance for the keeper. It was a very good goal. What's your favourite type of hair gel? Yeah, it's one that you wouldn't be able to get your hands on, Tom, because it's for influencers only. And my personal favourite, it's called ODRL one. I don't know if you've heard of it, mate. You probably won't be able to buy it, but I can because I'm an influencer. Do you know what I mean? Come on, mate. You can do better than that. Surely we can up the banter levels beyond the ball jokes, dude. I've heard them all. We are is fatty is what you're trying to say, ZI. You can't even get a slagging in right, mate. Do you know what I mean? Can't even get a slagging in right, dude. My God, mate. I feel scarlet for you. Imagine go to school and getting educated and not being able to construct a 3/4 word sentence, mate. I mean, you got 3 of the 4 words wrong. You've actually only written 3 words, but it's supposed to be 4, but I don't know what to say to you, mate. I'm embarrassed on behalf of the entire of the United Kingdom, wherever it is that you're from, that you can't spell simple words, dude. But you know what? Uncle Craigie's here. I've got you covered. I'm opening up Craig's School College for Trolling. You, sir, you'll get a full scholarship. Full scholarship. Nothing to pay. Can't stop the shine, man. Can't stop the shine. I meant where's Ansu Fati. That's alright, man. That didn't stop the hilarious moment we just had. It still didn't make any sense, by the way, with the sentence you were going with, but he isn't on yet. Faddy, they've made their changes. They made 4, actually, sorry. He's not even on the bench, dude. Ricky Puig is on the bench, but yeah, no Ansu Fati on the bench tonight for Barcelona. So, Alejandro Balde is on now as Ronald Koeman makes his final substitution, dude. And we've got, 16 minutes to go at Stamford Bridge as well. And again, just over 16 minutes to go. He's injured, so there you go. Along with Sergio Aguero, he's injured. This Fatty's here, though. You know, Baldy Fatty's here. I always show up. I'm always available, always fit to play, in some extent. Are you from the Republic or the North? The Republic, mate. I'm from down south. What about you, lad? Huh? What about you? That's my Northern Irish impression. Is Pedri playing? Yes, I think it actually deflected off Pedri for the opening Bayern Munich goal. Villarreal have scored. Well, sure, let's go through and have a little check of all the latest scores, ladies and gents, while we're here. Barca 0, Bayern 2, Dynamo Kiev 0, Benfica 0. Obviously the results from earlier on, Young Boys 2, United 1. Villarreal have gone 2-1 up against Atalanta. They've turned that around from being 1-0 down. Goals in that game by Tigueros and Danjuma, from formerly of Bournemouth, I believe, was made it 2-1 to Villarreal. Sevilla 1, Salzburg 1 was a result from earlier on. Still Lille 0, Wolfsburg 0. Chelsea 1-0 up with that Lukaku header against Zenit St. Petersburg. And it's still Malmo 0, Juventus 3. Will you and Goldbridge do a joint watch-along for United versus Liverpool? We've talked about it, and I'm not sure is the genuine answer. If it's possible, it is something we'd like to try and do, but I don't know is the honest answer, mate. We'll probably discuss it a bit closer to the time. Are you born in Nigeria? I can see how you believe that, mate. Yes. But no, surprisingly enough, I was not born in Nigeria. But I can see how you got confused. Say the Young Boys score again. Yeah, no problem confirming that one, mate. It is Manchester United via Cristiano Ronaldo 1. The home side, Young Boys of Bern, 2 of your goals. Just who assisted the second one, I hear you ask? Jesse Lingard with the assist for the second goal there for Young Boys of Bern. Jesse Lingard with the assist. Archie, cry more, mate. Jump up and down like a petulant little child, mate. You're not going to get the attention that you want, buddy. It's okay. When does the new series of Mock the Week start? I tell you what, there's only so much stuff Dara O'Brien can host. So if they need someone, I'm ready. So I mightn't be able to do Robot Wars, but I'll get me on Mock the Week. Funny story, actually. Dara O'Brien grew up about 3 or 4 miles up the road from me, so there is a chance that there's a postman walking around the Bray Shankill area somewhere that may have some questions to answer. So, yeah, there is only so much that Dara O'Brien can do. And, you know, if they need another bald Irish man, a little bit less intelligent, but I'll come in and do the job. Do I use shampoo? No, mate. I use Lynx Africa like any self-respecting man should. Lynx Africa shower gel, Lynx Africa deodorant, full-on chav kit. Everybody should use Lynx Africa, surely. Lynx Black, at an exception. You know, if you can't get Lynx Africa, Lynx Black will do. But Lynx Africa is the go-to for everything. Have I been to the Happy Pear? I haven't, no. I haven't, mate, no. Stop hating, this guy's doing a great job. Thank you, James. They're not hating, mate. They're just a little bit butthurt. It's okay. I don't blame them. You know, they see me here, handsome, charismatic, dropping witticisms left, right and centre, and they're sitting at home, you know, twiddling their little knob going, what have I got? And they look at this and they go, well, there's no point me even trying. So I understand it, dude. I understand it when they become a little bit upset, because it is a lot to take in when you see just the sheer machismo and magnetism of me on the screen. It's a lot for normal human beings to take in, but, you know, most of you are comfortable enough in your skin that you can just appreciate what you're seeing. Are you not entertained, sir? Best restaurant in Bray. Yeah, I've heard good things. I've heard very good things, mate, but I've just never been. But yeah, I heard good things about it. Don't you wish you were British? No, full European citizen me, mate. Go anywhere I want in Europe, do whatever the fuck I want, holiday where I want. Walk around being me, go anywhere in the world, tells me you're Irish, you're immediately loved, mate. Do you know what I mean? So no, I don't wish I was British. I stroll around, Irish, love everywhere. Go into any country in the world, walk into any pub in the world. Are you Irish? Yeah, come in, you're welcome, love you. Conas a tatu, Tom Gamo. 15, just under 15 to go. Well, a little bit under 15, let's say 12. Still Chelsea 1, Zenit St. Petersburg 0. And it is still Barcelona 0, Bayern Munich 2. What fan am I? As in, who do I support? Liverpool. We love the Irish. There you go, Gecko. Everybody loves a bit of Irish. Have you got a bit of Irish in you? No, do you want some? Stop the shine. Can't stop the shine. Stop. Have I been to Dundalk? Oh, I am, so I am. Oh, I'm the gaffer. Yes, I've been to Dundalk, mate. Been to Dundalk plenty of times. I am, so I am. Thoughts on DT? I don't know him. I've never met DT. So, you know, it's not really fair of me to comment on somebody that I've never met. So, you know, because I've made the mistake before of doing it, of judging people, of commenting on people, and I've had the same done to me from clips and stuff like that. But I don't know the dude. I've never been in his presence, so it's not fair of me to talk about somebody I don't know. Do you know what I mean? So, thoughts on travellers? Mate, I don't know what you want from me here. I want everybody, no matter who you are, where you're from, what religion you are, what sexual orientation you are, what country you're from, whether you're black, white, whatever. I want you to be happy. I want you to find love in the world. And if you get that, hold on to it dearly and enjoy it and live your best life. That's it. That's all. That's my answer to all of this stuff. I want everyone to live a good life, have fun, share love, be love, put out positivity and have a laugh. Because there's too much serious crap going on in the world where we all are bombarded by negativity. You look left negative, right negative, news negative, social media negative. Be happy, be positive. The real world isn't as horrible as the social media world can be at times. So be your best you, put positivity out there, show love, be loved. And I think we'll all be a lot better off. That's my little simple take on look at I don't know what to say. Brilliant. Keep the comments coming in because those comments push the stream out. So even if you're in here to slag me because you're crying because Ronaldo's boys got beaten today, it's all good, man. I'm here living my best life. You are just sad, to be honest with you. And you do know I have full mod status on here as well. So let's just start blocking some accounts just for the laugh. Bye. Oh, and in case you're wondering what I'm using to block all of these accounts, it's called Excalibur, motherfuckers. Woo! So yes, Excalibur is going to be whooped out here. And yes, TTFN, my friends, TTFN. 9 to go. Excalibur, yep, that's what it's called. That's the weapon. Stop supporting Liverpool. Computer says no. Mate, computer says no. Walk on through the wind. Walk on through the rain. For your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on. I'm here all night. I'm here all week. I do bar mitzvahs as well. Liverpool is bottlers. Am I supposed to take that sentence seriously? Genuinely, mate. Liverpool is bottlers. I'm supposed to take that sentence seriously. You're looking for R there, mate. The word you're looking for is R. Yes, mate. Bottled 6 European Cups, 19 league titles, and Bottles being the most successful club in English football history. But yeah, mate, we're bottlers. Really bottlers. How many trophies has Ollie won there, mate? Oh! No, he didn't. Spitting some facts there, my man. Spitting some facts. Oh, when the Reds go marching in. Coutinho's been good. No, he hasn't. Like, it's been awful. But thank you for the super chat, my man. And Coutinho, look, what a waste. What a waste. From a United fan, you're amazing. Great content, by the way. How was the check-in? Greetings from Canada. How was the check-in? I'm confused on that one, dude. But yeah, thank you. And from Canada, mate, thank you for the super chat. And yeah, check-in wherever it may have been was fine. If you're talking about the hotel, maybe you're the guy that advised me to try and get the early check-in. In which case it worked, dude. So thank you. If it's the same person I'm thinking of. This guy is cringe. Motherfucker, you watch Goldbridge. You're here to watch Goldbridge and you call me cringe. Get yourself. Give your head a wobble, fella. We're all cringe. I hate to break the news to you. We're all cringe. That's the point of it. But here's the little secret, mate. You'll never be here. Oh, it's alright, mate. It's just because United lost today. It's not my fault, dude. Just be big about it. You calling me cringe? You watch Goldbridge. Literally. Mr. Cringe. I'm just a B-Tech version of cringe. My God, mate. Grow up. Can we get a Hey Jude? Nah, 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 nah. Na 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 na, hey Jude, 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 Jude. Bayern, Lewandowski, 3-0. Lewandowski with the second. Bayern closing it out in style. They're going to the new camp. Lewandowski on the double. Barcelona 0. Bayern Munich 3. Look at this. Salah is a B-Tech Sancho. Yeah, mate. How many goals has Sancho scored? Oh, right. Yeah, I'll just hold my breath here. Hang on. 3-0 there. The Bayern Munich. Robert Lewandowski again on the double. And Barcelona being humbled at home at the new camp by a very good Bayern Munich side. Are you Goldbridge's granddad? Well, I'm younger than him, so that would be physically impossible. Thoughts on Sean Dyche? I don't really have any. Chill out there, Dr. Evil. No. Why don't you use Watch and Go? Wash and Go. Because it's for the great unwashed, mate. It's for the peasants like yourself. People like me, you know, people in positions of influence and power. We can't be seen using Wash and Go, mate. So what I mean, that's for the little folk, the great unwashed. The people that, you know, clean my car and stuff. Ugh. Ugh. Am I Catholic? I'm more agnostic, mate. I was christened a Catholic, yes. But I don't believe in organised religion. So, no. Is the sense. But, you know, I was christened. I did make my confirmation and communion, but I don't believe in organised religion. So, I would be an agnostic. Salah only scores against small clubs. Yes, mate. Of course he does. Remember the goal he scored against United when he took his shirt off? Oh! Craigie's dropping facts and he doesn't like it. Uh-oh. Do you remember that one? Took his top off, whipped it out, showed the A-pack. You might remember that goal, mate. Yeah, small. You're right, though. Do you know what I mean? Probably wouldn't score against young boys of Bern, though. Uh-oh. Did I hurt somebody? Did we get a little bit upset? Have I ever been told I look like Kante? Oh, everybody wants to be told they're a little bit like N'Golo Kante. Let's be honest. Who doesn't love a bit of N'Golo Kante? Just a little note to the That's Football United supporting fraternity that want to come in and try and banter me. You won't win. I'm quicker, faster, smarter, funnier, and will do it more quickly because I've got the microphone. So don't waste your time. Just sit back and applaud and appreciate what you're getting to see. Just be thankful. And we'll all get along just tickety-boo. This guy is a grown-up. Yes, mate. It is. And here you are commenting and watching the grown-up George, proving that everything that I'm doing is working, dude. I don't know why all of a sudden the hate has come in the last 20 minutes. There are a few people a little bit upset with the result earlier on, and that, you know, they can't quite comprehend that, so they have to lash out. That's okay. I'm big and ugly enough to take all the abuse, but at the end of the day, sorry, what was that? I'm not worried, man. I'm having a great time. I'm really enjoying the fun tonight. I enjoy this banter. It's all good. Let me just do a bit of commentary on the game for you. Jesse Lingard! Oh no! He's paid it across his up by Young Boys! It's 2-1 to Young Boys of Bern in the 5th minute of additional time. Jesse Lingard has played the ball across his own goal. Whoopsies! But tell me, honestly, how does it feel? How does it feel? Well, how does it feel? I'd imagine not too good right now. But that's okay, because as always, the big boys of Europe, Liverpool, will show on Wednesday what it's about tomorrow night. Tune in, Anfield Agenda, or here on That's Football. Goldbridge will be, you know, coming up off the bathroom floor and drying his tears, and he'll be back on tomorrow. But until then, you've got me, dude. You've got me. What tune is that, by the way? I don't know, to be honest. I was halfway through it and I was thinking, I don't actually know the tune to this song. So yeah, you got me. You caught me out on that one. I put my hands up in the air, man. You got me. You know, I was going to finish this as soon as the game ends, but I'm having too much fun. I'm having too much fun. I've got one for you, mate. You're Voldemort. Yes. He who shall not be bantered. Love your content, mate. You're a top man. Thank you, Gavin. You're a gent. Appreciate it, man. Lewandowski or Ronaldo or Messi. They're all great. Look, honestly, my preference would be Messi, hand on heart, but they're all great. Thoughts on Wendy's? Square burgers, do you know what I mean? Game changer. I do like Wendy's. Barca on the attack now. We're going into additional time in both games. There's 4 minutes being added on at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 1, Zenit 0. And we await, there's 2 minutes being added on here at the new camp, and it's Barcelona 0, Bayern Munich 3. Thoughts on Hooters? It's Hooterific. It's a true story. We went into Hooters on my honeymoon, not because I wanted to go in, because my wife wanted to go in and buy a Hooters t-shirt. And I came out $30 less rich for some wife beater vest that cost about £2. But there you go. Who would win in a boxing match, DT or Goldbridge? I'd say Goldbridge. I'd say he's scrappy. I'd say Goldbridge would have the I'd say he'd have him on fitness levels as well. So I would back Goldbridge in that one. Hooters wings, they were nice. I won't lie to you, JJ, my man. They were nice. They were nice wings. What team does my son support? He's only really starting to... Ooh, good ball across there. He's only starting to fall in love with football now, mate. And you know, he watches 442s quite a bit, which is class. How much do Liverpool pay the refs? Enough to keep you crying there, Mr. Glory, Glory, Man United. But, I mean... But, mate, whatever. It's not our fault you lost the Young Boys today, mate. You can cry about Liverpool all you want, but it's got nothing to do with the fact that you couldn't be some third-rate team today, mate. That's got nothing to do with referees or us. But, whatever. Saltiness. I like it. Mason Mount going off here now for Chelsea. Thoughts on grasshoppers? I don't really have any thoughts on them, mate. Again, to all the United fans who are crying about Liverpool players for some reason, if it makes you sleep tonight, if it makes you feel better to pretend in your little makey-up world that all these people you want to say are better than Liverpool players, you have at it. You'll still wake up tomorrow morning with that many points in the Champions League, so it doesn't make any difference. We are all over at the new camp. Barcelona have been humbled at home Robert Lewandowski with 2 and Thomas Muller with the other goal. And look, it's the result that we thought was going to come, wasn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Bayern Munich showed their class tonight, and Barcelona showing up to be a long way off the pace in that game. And the result doesn't flatter Bayern Munich. They deserved it. They sincerely do. So yeah, 3-0 win there for Bayern, and we are into the final minute of additional time at Stamford Bridge. It's still Chelsea 1, Zenit St. Petersburg 0. The chat has lost all the love in the second half. I know. And we know why as well, don't we? Because some people can't take that they lost today and they need to lash out and cry about it. But that's alright. Lukaku nearly got the second, but it does go behind for a corner. He was through one-on-one with the keeper. Good defence though. Sliding tackle puts him off. Chelsea on the counter there. And Lukaku does win Chelsea a corner right at the end of the game. God almighty, I'm really going to be looking forward to cleaning up this chat moving forward, because we don't have this crap on Anfield agenda. No. Our audience are far nicer. But that's alright. Again, cry. It'll be fine. I'll be back on Thursday if you want to cry again then for the Leicester game against Napoli in the Europa League. I know there is another European competition, but yes, so I'll be back on Thursday for that one. Yeah, Mark Obridge will be back tomorrow. He'll be taking care of the Champions League games on That's Football tomorrow. I will be back on Anfield agenda for Liverpool's game against AC Milan. If you want to come over and have a bit of fun and banter with me over there as well. The full-time whistle has now gone at Stamford Bridge, where it's finished up Chelsea 1, Zenit St. Petersburg 0. I will bring the clock to a stop here, and let's just go through all the results from tonight's Champions League games, or the latest results as we have them. Barcelona 0, Bayern Munich 3 at the Nou Camp. Dynamo Kiev have gone 1-0 up there, and they're in the 4th minute of additional time against Benfica. Young Boys 2, Manchester United 1, Villarreal 2, Atalanta 2. Atalanta had gone 1-0 up there. Villarreal changed it around to go 2-1 up, but Atalanta got an equaliser towards the end. That one's a full-time result. Sevilla 1, Salzburg 1 as a result from earlier on. Still in the 3rd minute of additional time now, it's Lille 0, Wolfsburg 0. Chelsea, of course, beating Zenit St. Petersburg by a goal to 0. And it's finished Malmo 0, Juventus 3. So, yeah, there we go. Yes, the Kiev goal was disallowed. You're correct, mate. Good shout. The score's just been updated here now. That Kiev goal was disallowed, and it has finished there, so spot on. It has actually now finished. Dynamo Kiev 0, Benfica 0. Their goal was ruled out, so you're absolutely spot on. Let me just get rid of a few more idiots before I go. While I have the... you're going to hate yourself because you're not going to be able to comment on streams anymore because of your abuse, but it is only your own fault. And yeah, look, learn to play nice, or you won't be coming to play when I'm in charge. Again, I'm just going to ban about 500 people here. It's great fun. See who's laughing when Liverpool takes an L. It's alright, mate. I'll still be laughing because unlike you, I'm not butthurt, mate. I can still have a bit of fun. Right, what else we got? Who else we binning off before we head off? Right, I think that's us done. No, hang on. There's a couple more. There we go. Right, look, ladies and gentlemen, Mark will be back tomorrow on That's Football, taking you through the Champions League game for the Wednesday ones. I will be here on Thursday for Leicester against Napoli. To everybody that wasn't an arsehole tonight, thank you very much. I had loads of fun with you as always. To the majority of the That's Football audience, thank you very much for coming in. Glory, glory, Man United, you're now banned. Don't be coming crying asking why you were banned, mate. You'll know. And yeah, thank you. It's been loads of fun. Really welcome as always from you guys over here. I'll see you on Thursday. Enjoy yourselves tomorrow. Have a great night tonight. And thank you for showing some love. Hit the subscribe button. Drop a like on the video as well. But most importantly, big yourselves up for another fun stream. And yeah, lots